Coming up. Wait for it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wise Talk Podcast. I'm your host, CaBreon Wise, and I couldn't be more thrilled to have y'all here for the second episode of Season 3. We are about to we're going to kick things off with our NBA draft and free agency recap. But that has been taken over with the recent breaking news. Damian Lillard wants out of Portland. Finally, after going through the grind and failing, he's going to go ahead and go. So, what is your initial reaction to this news? Coach Jay, let's start with you.
It was a long time coming. Like it sucked that he stayed long. I'm actually necessarily the thing, but like I did say, like Dave did talk about how he is a loyal player. So I understand why he stayed. But at the end of the day, at some point, you were wasting the rest of your years, your prime years, and stuff like that. So hopefully, he still has it in the tank because no matter where he goes, he's gonna be the guy. So hopefully, he can still carry a team.
Netello, how about you?
I think Coach Jay said it perfectly. A long time coming. This has been something that's been talked about and speculated for, it seems like, every offseason for the past 3 or 4 years. We've been discussing it. And I think that it's now or never, If he's going to go win a ring, he's in the later years of his prime. He has to go out and make something happen now. So whatever team he goes to, we have to understand that intention is to win. That's where I think.
Dave, how about you?
It's about time, but same time, I'm not buying it. He at the end of okay, hear me out. I still think he's going to be a trailblazer at the end of the offseason.
You think so?
I don't know why. I think he got tired of it. He's getting tired of it. But to me, I don't think no team could handle that contract. That extension, $59 million, and then 63. That is crazy. Only team that can do that to him is Portland. Portland is the only team that can give him that money.
Now, with the way I look at it, honestly, thank God, because he was annoying the hell out of me with all of these other rumors. I want to go. I want to stay. I want to go. I want to stay. It's kind of like Tom Brady all over again. But
Oh yeah,
so here's how I look at it. I do believe if he's not traded to the Heat, he will be a Blazer to kick off the season. Because he has made it clear he wants to be with Miami. There's reports saying that he has a deep respect for the Spurs, so if he gets traded there, I don't think he'll mind. They also did say that the Nets was a preferred destination.
yep.
I don't really know if he would want to go there, really. Because when I look at Brooklyn, with all of the options they're going to actually have to give up, I think that's going to kind of drop them down. Of course, you get Dame, but you're probably going to have to get rid of Cam Johnson, who they just now paid. Who else they're going to have to give up? They have to give up a lot of depth, a lot of young depth. And
They got to keep Michael. They got to keep Mikal.
yeah, Mikal, because I'm pretty sure that's who they want as the number 2 option. So, really, the only team that I can see doing it is Miami. But now with Miami, they just lost 2 potential trade pieces because Max Strus just signed with Cleveland this morning. And then Gabe Vincent out of the blue joined the Lakers yesterday. So now that leaves you with Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, who else? Caleb Martin. You got draft capital. Duncan Robinson is up there too. Kyle Lowry. But,
You can
I don't know.
you can probably get away with it. You can get away with it. It's just the fact that you're not going to have no bench. You ain't going to have nobody coming off the bench. You can get away with it. As with the draft capital that you have, with the Kyle Lowry, who's a veteran leader, and you can probably throw in Duncan.
Yeah,
You can probably throw in Duncan, draft and Lowry, and probably make that work. But Dame is going to have to take kind of a pay cut. He's not going to be able to get that money that he think that he about to get.
Yeah, because let me
Yeah.
actually look up Dame's contract right quick, because it was like what he's making. I believe is over 40 million, if not more.
Yeah, he averages 44 million.
Yep, 44 million. So,
So if he can take a little bit, I mean, I don't know if you go. I don't know if he says yes to anything lower than 30. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of like that 44 million is kind of it's like there is a note like he's definitely not going to go less than that, but Miami can't go more than that. That's the problem.
yeah, and now then on top of that, with the new CBA, you really got to be careful with the cap, because as soon as you go against the second apron, you're gonna get penalized very, very quickly. You're gonna lose draft
Yep.
picks. You're gonna and all of that other stuff. Like the Phoenix Suns, they're about to pay for that real, real quick. So
Bad.
Oh
they
no,
gotta be careful.
do you think it's smart to get rid of Caleb Martin?
If you want
He
Dame, I think
probably.
you probably have to give him up. If you want
But who do
Dame,
you give up? What two players do you give up though? Do you give up Lowry and Robinson, or do you give up Martin Robinson, Martin Lowry? Like who? Like two players have to go. They just have to. It's
honestly,
not going to be a one in draft capital. It's just not.
I believe Portland, they would want Caleb and Robinson, because they're
Okay.
younger guys who could that gives you some depth. Then again, Lowry is not also not a bad option, because it does give you veteran leadership, but they already have like 3 guards. So I'm not sure what they do. We did forget about Tyler Hero, but I actually don't think Portland would want him because they already have guard depth.
Mhm.
You already have guard depth, and on top of that too, would you consider Tyler Hero injury prone?
Well,
You got to think
that's
about it,
actually 2 years in a row he's missed time in the postseason.
and that's when you
So
need him.
you may not be wrong. That might be a like a caution sign or something like that. So
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's gonna have
Well,
you thinking. I don't think
because getting Dame, you just have to understand that you're not going to get no damn. You're not going to get a bench. You're just not.
no.
That's
You already
impossible.
lost 2 pieces, so it's tough. Then let's look at the other. So we set the Nets preferred destination. I kind of went through them. Now with San Antonio, if that deal were to go off, they'd probably gonna have to give up Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, and almost all their draft capital for the next 2-3 years.
I mean, Phoenix is doing it.
And they're gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
I know Phoenix is just giving up life. They're just like, I don't care. We don't care.
I don't know what they're doing. I think this is the new owner. I believe he's like in a complete like we have Kevin Durant, we have Devin Booker. We got to go all in. Yet again, this is now in your first few years, a new CBA has already been intact, and you just seem like you don't give a crap. And it's weird what Phoenix is doing right now.
Definitely. It's just like they're willing to go all in just to say that they have a championship. Because I feel like they're getting so much pressure thrown on them, saying, like, bro, you have KD, Devin Booker, CP3, and Aiton, and you can't win. You can't even like get close to a final.
Yeah, I mean, I still do not know what in their mind that Bradley Beal was the option that you go
That
with.
was so dumb. That was so dumb. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just
that's not.
don't get
Yeah,
it. I don't know what Bradley Beal has showed you that
He
lets you
hasn't
know
done
that I
anything.
can win a championship with. I don't know why you gave all that for him.
Has
yeah,
Bradley been past the first round in the playoffs?
He's gone past the first round when he had John Wall, but he's never
Okay.
went past once John Wall left. He had Russ, and he was in the play-in tournament.
and that's like that's the closest they ever got.
Yep.
Yeah,
They were in the play-in
that's
tournament. They got in the playoffs, and then they lost in 5 to the Sixers, I think.
Yep.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, if you really compare it, if you would take the Phoenix team from last year, the last one with CP3, AE, KD, and you compare that to Miami, that's a toss up. If those two teams play, that's a toss up. It looks like it because Miami just got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
I want to see how that would play off. That starting five with Miami versus Phoenix, and see what happens.
Wait, so Phoenix started 5 versus Miami's. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because it seems like what's going on. The fact that we can all agree that Miami has lesser talent than Phoenix, right? If you put it on paper,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
really,
But they have
we can definitely say that, right?
But they have a way better coach, and Spoelstra can coach them. Like the
yeah.
Suns now have Frank Vogel, but honestly, I believe that's actually a downgrade for Monty Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where did Monty Williams
Monty
go now?
Williams, Detroit.
Detroit. He's with Detroit.
He signed like
Okay.
a 6-year deal with Detroit or something like that. Like
he
one
making like
shit.
$60 million. So I
Yeah,
can't blame him.
my man getting paid.
And plus
Hopefully,
now they're building the future. Cade's gonna be there. Jay Ivy.
I'm really
Jalen
hoping.
Duran.
I'm really hoping that the Pistons are good soon. Like I want to be a Pistons fan really bad soon. Like, I want
Pistons.
to.
Bro, Monty can change him back to be the bad boy Pistons if he just has that mentality. You got some young dogs in him and stuff like that. You just got to get another.
Well, here's the thing: the NBA is not gonna allow you to become the bad boy Pistons again. We know how weakened the rules have gone now, so they ain't gonna allow that.
True.
So,
But you can get close though, can't you? Like that mentality of just like I'm gonna go in here and my dog versus your dog.
I mean, if you can duplicate 5 Pat Bev, sure, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I also think this new Pistons team is a lot more of an offensive team. They're a lot more. I don't really see them on defense too much. I see them a lot more focused on offense.
Yep. Cade can defend though, but he's not exactly like I don't think you can see like two-way type of star. But Jane Ivey, not really the defender. Sadiq Bey, he's an okay defender.
He's not bad. Sadiq Bey's good. I like Sadiq Bey.
Jalen Duran, he has the size to be a very good defender. Looking at it,
He's a good rebounder too.
Yeah. Off my head. Yeah, he's a very good rebounder too. So we'll see.
But trade Killian Hayes.
You say what, Dave?
Trade Killian Hayes.
Yes.
Get him gone.
Yes.
Then get him gone. Killian Hayes needs to go.
Okay. You say what? Repeat that.
I said Killian Hayes needs to go.
Yeah,
he needs to go.
They're gonna have to cut him though. Don't nobody want him. They're gonna have to cut him. So
would not be surprised if he's on the summer league this year. Would not be surprised if he's on the summer league team.
He has to be on the summer league team.
He ain't got no choice.
He ain't got no choice.
Nobody want him. You better do something.
Man, I feel bad.
Hand out water good or something because you ain't gonna be on that court.
Right.
So. Yeah, I don't know about that.
The crazy thing is that this can go so many ways, and I swear this isn't yet. It's going to be some shocker somewhere. Something else is going to happen. Like I don't think just the Dame trade. This is a big thing, but we already saw this coming. It's just the fact that we thought it was going to happen earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
but something else is gonna happen, bro. Because there's too many big pieces getting moved around for other stuff. Not that many big pieces. Okay, I heard Kyrie is thinking about going to Phoenix. I don't know if that's a
Well,
troll, if that's
well,
real or something like that.
well. Kyrie signed the extension to stay with Dallas yesterday.
Oh, he did. I didn't
Yeah.
see that. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think now Dallas has to go get somebody else. Clearly, it has been shown that you guys have no big man, and Luka and Kyrie can't do it by themselves. They can keep it close, but you need somebody that's going to be able to do something down in the paint because taking step back threes all goddamn day ain't going to get you where you want to go. Just going to be real.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
And
You got to get a big. Powell is. I don't know why people think Powell is good, but he's not good to me.
who? Dwight Powell?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's serviceable, but he can't be a star.
He gets so many minutes though, and I don't understand it.
Jason Kidd's the coach. Jason Kidd's the coach.
Probably because that's all he got. He got no choice. I gotta throw him in there. He's 6'8", 6'9", right? He not small.
6'9", 6'10", somewhere around there.
Oh, is Christian Wood still on the team?
He out here, man.
No, he's a free agent.
Okay.
Christian Wood he's not a bad backup center. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a fine utility player.
The problem is Wood can't defend.
Oh,
Here's the I just don't get how you 6'11", 240 and you can't defend nobody.
You can't do nothing else. You know you can't shoot.
I mean, he has offensive game, but no defensive, like no type of value defensively. It's frustrating.
It didn't, but that's how the NBA is going now because everybody's getting pushed to be. Everybody's getting pushed to be a stretch four. Everyone. If you're over 6'6", 6'7", that you are not pushed to play defense. You are pushed to put the other team's offense in a situation to where like you have to guard everybody and not just your 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Because everybody thinks that your 1, 2, and 3 are going to be your scores, your in the regular term of basketball, your 1, 2, and 3 is going to be your scores, and your 4, 5 are going to be your defensive players. But honestly, to tell you the truth, it's not going that way. They want mugs that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And honestly, they want your 4 to be able to play the 3.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, for real.
And who changed all that? Golden State. Golden State has taken undersized, quote unquote defensive players, undersized guys, and making them into stretch four. Draymond started. Would you consider Draymond short? But I mean, he's not tall, but yet he gets the job done, and he can handle the ball. If you can't handle the ball at the 4 position, NBA is basically saying that that's a problem. You should be able to bring the ball up the floor. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Now, let's look at the other free agency moves. Actually, speaking on Golden State, Draymond, he signed an extension. He signed a 4-year, $100 million deal. They gave him the money along with bringing along Chris Paul, and we know the contract that he has. So I am certain that the Golden State is way above the luxury tax, and they're gonna be in cap hell.
I just don't see why they brung along Chris Paul. Like,
I mean, Jordan Poole had to get out of there, but I necessarily don't know why bringing Paul in there. I don't know what that did for him. I'm trying to figure it out on the computer, trying to figure out like comparing stats and like what he does and stuff like that. But at the his play style doesn't even fit them.
At all.
Not at all. Like,
at all.
37, 38, you're going to be able to run the...
And Chris
Yeah.
Paul completely slows it down. So, I don't know what you're gaining there.
When's the last time you saw Chris Paul run a fast break?
2013.
Exactly.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and really ran past the line with the ball, trying to do a fast break. So,
Do y'all think Chris Paul will be in a Warriors jersey in the beginning of the season?
you think they're using him as trade bait?
They
Maybe.
could.
I mean, it
Like they
makes
did
the
for
most. I
D'Lo.
mean, it makes sense if they're. I mean, obviously, if we
But
know
who
that.
needs a 37, 38-year-old point guard?
It's cool.
That is true.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Let's just be real. Who needs a 37, 38-year-old point guard?
nobody for real. But I mean, Chris Paul
Nobody.
does make every team he's on better.
Clearly, he didn't make Phoenix better.
Yeah, I mean, he took them. I mean, first year he was there, they went to the finals. I mean, that was it. I mean, it's better than anything he's done before that.
But what feels better though? Tell to the finals or actually win the finals?
Winning it, of course, but and he ain't never probably Chris Paul ain't never gonna have that at this point.
Yeah, if he don't get it done, which this year, which I don't think is gonna happen, it's a wrap for him.
Yeah. hmm Yeah.
When do you think that they? Oh, here's a good question for Kate. When do you think they're gonna break up Golden State?
Ooh,
Now with the Draymond extension, I
it's gonna
believe
be
it's
a
all dependent on Clay next year. If
That's what I'm trying to say.
if
Someone's
Clay
leaving,
shows a significant amount of regression, that's where it breaks up. I think.
which he has. He has showed regression.
Mm-hmm.
Year after year, he's been showing regression because when he started popping off, 30 night if he really wanted to.
Yep.
Then he got injured, and I'm pretty sure he was only, when he came back, he was only averaging 15, 16 points as a high.
I mean, that's normally Clay, but the problem was it was an inefficient 16.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was a efficient, like when he first came onto the scene, he was efficiently 20, 25 points a game. He got hurt, 15, 16 points. Yeah, you're still making your threes. You're still, but then now let's continue on to this year. Still went down a little bit more.
Yep. In
Yeah.
the series against the Lakers, not good at all.
Yeah.
horrible. Oh my god, I watched that game. He did not make one shot behind the arc.
It was
It
weak.
was bad.
And that hurts because don't you remember when they were putting up shots and it was to the point where people where Clay and Steph were shooting threes and we were hoping that they missed.
And now we're
Hoping.
saying, okay, we could take it, except Steph, of course. As soon as he cross half court, make sure you get right on him. But with Clay, they're not as worried about it as he was. They're not worried about off ball screens, and all of that stuff because Clay is
They're
trying
not
to get to the
playing them
basket.
hard. They're not playing them hard. Like they're not playing defense on them hard. It's just like show me that you can shoot again. That's crazy. For you to be one of the best shooters in the league and they're looking at you sagging off, you saying, show me that you can shoot again.
Right, because normally all coaches are going to tell you when to face the Warriors, prepare to run. That's basically what it is. Prepare to run. It's like, okay, prepare
A
to
lot.
run if he gets hot. But like, all they saying is prepare to run when Steph is running. Everybody else,
Yeah. Because
let him work. That's basically what it is.
from a coach's standpoint, you have to necessarily have a starter and a bench player that was willing to run around with both of those guys. So you need to have 4 guys for 2 guys because you needed somebody that was going to start to run around, and then when they got tired, you had another person come in that can do the exact same thing. Now you'll need one starter for Steph, and you need a backup guy to start guard Steph. You don't need 2 guys for Clay no more because at the end of the day, he getting tired running around. You see, he don't run around half as much as what he used to.
Oh yeah.
No, not really. But now, did I don't think Golden State made any other moves. Oh, I think they probably did. I'ma see here. Let me see here. Long list. I'm finding nothing. I don't think they made moves. All they kept was Draymond. Well, now that concerns me about their bench because they just
Do you
traded Jordan Poole. The bench didn't really step up last in the postseason, so that leaves me cause to pause.
There was one spark though. DiVincenzo was a spark. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
you can say he
well,
was a spark.
DiVincenzo declined his option and he's looking for a big money contract.
He needs it.
Really though, has he proved that he really deserves it? Because the contract
I
he trying
He
to
was
look for,
I think what he wants is like
yeah.
probably 12 million a year.
Mm.
Man, I
that's
wish they
oh
were
well.
working.
Never mind. I thought he wanted like starter money.
No,
You
He's not
think he's a
the.
starter?
DiVincenzo he
He
could be
could.
in starting spots. It's really dependent on who you got surrounded you with DiVincenzo, if you want him to start or not.
Yeah, I miss DiVincenzo on the Bucks
I kind of did.
a
I
little
kind of
bit.
do too. His final year
I
in
do a little
Milwaukee
bit.
kind of sour taste. His final year there, but he was cool with us though.
Yeah, I like him.
Y'all
He,
better sign. Y'all better sign Lopez back, or it's game over. People,
yeah,
Well, now with
people gonna be
now
livid.
Well, now with the Rockets offering one of the worst contracts in free agency history with Fred Van Vliet,
yeah.
Lopez
They
might
don't
come back to Milwaukee.
they don't have much more money from giving Fred
Oh,
VanVleet all that.
They gave Fred Van Vliet $43 million a year, and he shot 39% from the floor last year.
He's,
not
he's getting paid more money than
the
his
full.
field goal
That
He's
means
getting
percentage.
paid
all
more
shots.
money than his field goal percentage.
Wow, that's
That's crazy. That's
I
that's
legit,
funny.
I looked at this contract. I stared at this tweet for like 5 minutes and like, really? Like 43 million a year?
You
mm,
I
know
mean,
who's effing all this up though?
who?
Grant. Grant is effing all this up.
Yeah,
Grant out here.
it's this NBA PA stuff. Like the it's Jalen Brown is Grant. Well, it's the Celtics. The Celtics is messing up all the money because Grant Williams is in the National Basketball Players Association. Jalen Brown's in it. Malcolm Brogdon's in it. I think Jason Tatum is in it. What are we doing?
They set themselves up for success. That was a business move. Everybody get on it. Everybody get on
yeah.
the crew. And we gonna talk ourselves into getting this money.
Yeah, but this is really C.J.
Leave
McCollum's
it up to
fault
black
because he's the
people to finesse
president.
it.
Yep, pretty much.
Finessers.
I mean,
Finesse it.
the NBA PA is all full of black players. So
And what do black people and what do we finesse it? We can finesse anybody. You just gotta have to get the gab. That's all you gotta do. Finesse them. And look at what happened. Jeremy, what is Jeremy Grant contract?
oh my God, Jeremy Grant contract.
He got
Oh my
paid. He
God.
got paid.
Oh
That
my God.
He
man,
got. He's
I
sleeping
ain't heard a
good.
Jimmy
Five
Grant
He's
highlight
sleeping
all year.
good.
5 year, 160 million. That is
What's guaranteed?
that's 32 million a year. I don't know how much is guaranteed though. They didn't give that up, but
Didn't Dame want him to stay?
Dame wanted them to stay, but I don't think for that much.
That is.
I
They
This
kind
gave
man
of
got
away
heard.
they gave away almost the cap space to Grant. Jesus.
Where do y'all leave? Where do y'all think this leaves Scoop?
You
Where
said
does
what?
how y'all think Scoop Henderson plays into this now?
I think now with Dame leaving, that kind of now leaves the door open for him to shine. So I think he's
I'm
gonna have a
happy. I'm
great year.
happy about that.
He's gonna have a great
I'm
year.
happy about that.
In my
Yeah.
opinion, I think he'll have a great year.
I really nervous about Dame and Scoot because they both play point guard and Portland's not trying. They're not going to be trying to raise Scoot when they already have Dame.
Yeah,
They're not trying to build Scoot when they have Dame.
and then you also have to take into account they have Anthony Simons and Shaden
Yeah.
Sharp, and they both play the two. And Scoot is too small to play the two, and Dame's definitely not playing the two. So
Hmm.
it now opens it all
So,
up for him.
question: do you think this trade request was Dane's idea, or do you think it was front office idea?
Dame,
Dame.
because
Dame.
he's the
Yeah.
one who requested it. So
Yeah, but you can say I requested it, so it looks good on me. But at the end of the day,
well,
did they
here's the
go into
thing.
that office?
Well, here's the thing. What in what fashion has Portland showed you they know what they're doing?
Good question. Good question.
I mean, it has to be Dame's idea because they were set on keeping Dame. So they have it.
And then probably after the draft with Scoot, they were just like, obviously, I see the writing on the wall and stuff like that. Let's get out of here before
Yep. And plus
basically Scoot takes my shine, and then all of a sudden
right. And plus you couldn't
I leave
pass
money
on
on the table
Scoot.
because I decided to stay.
Plus you couldn't pass on Scoot. You look like a fool if you did. So.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Because that could come back to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would.
Definitely come back to hurt you.
So
Man,
yeah,
I can only imagine how. So I can only imagine how Charlotte feels right now. Oh,
yeah.
oh.
I mean, Charlotte, they got the better fit, but like I said in my draft grades, Charlotte has one of the worst rosters in the league, and fits shouldn't really be that much of a priority.
Hmm.
You
It
just
should
need
be
talent.
who's
You need talent
exactly.
because you have Lamelo and other complementary players who should be on teams with playoff contention instead of rebuilding. It's a whole rebuilding stage.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
Hmm. And
Definitely a
I hope
whole
that
rebuilding stage.
Brandon Miller comes in there and absolutely just dominates for Charlotte. Hope he does.
I think
Hope he's
I
great.
think Brandon Miller's going to be good, even though I also did say he's going to be the second best forward in this draft.
Mm.
I said Cam Whitmore would be the best
Cam
player
Whitmore.
in the draft, which
I'm really excited to see what Cam Whitmore does.
he Cam
Speaking of
Whitmore
him,
is the steal of the draft. Ain't
Hmm.
no way he was supposed to drop all the
why
way
was
to
he? I was
20.
about to say, why did he
20.
slow that down?
I, I
20.
I don't know why he dropped down. I think it's some type of an injury, something. Cause I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
said
how you
health
drop down
reasons.
20. Cause he was supposed to be top 8. He was top 6 in my mock draft. He was all the way down to 20.
Yeah, I
And
think he was 5 in mine.
yep. And then Houston just snagged him up.
Deal.
I mean, Houston is
Deal.
set.
Oh,
Houston is set.
here's a good question. How do y'all feel about Cleveland drafting Imani Bates?
I actually think that was the perfect fit for him. I think with that type of roster, that's kind of what it is. That's kind of for
Hmm.
him to succeed at. Really, his job, if he were to get minutes, probably to catch and shoot. Really, that's basically what it is. And Bates is not going to hesitate shooting the basketball.
Yeah.
So honestly,
And another move that Charlotte made, they drafted Amari Bailey.
yep, they did
I
draft
like that too.
Amari Bailey. I honestly do believe Amari Bailey. I think he should go 1 year in the G League, then next year see where he's at. Because
Hmm.
I thought Bailey should have gone another year in college
Yeah,
because
that was his whole thing is that people didn't know whether he should have just waited another year.
yeah, because I knew for sure if he went another year, he was going to be a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Instead, he was second round pick. So
Hmm.
I was shocked that he actually went ahead. That's kind
Do
of
y'all
his
think
moving
that's
on.
him? Do y'all think that's him chasing the money?
Yeah, that's some of what it is because now with the forgot college pay, but now the college pay stuff, people are
Yeah.
now people are draft prospects are now eager to enter the draft because they're already making money from there, and now they can just go ahead and get their generational wealth on top of that. So
And why some people come like with the with Neil deals now, it's to the point like
yeah, NIL.
guys that should be staying. Yeah, the NIL deals where people should be they should be staying, but it's not like because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to chase the bag when you go to when sports. I'm trying to get that money now. It's to the point where I can get that a little bit of that money earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I might as well go now because I already got the money. The reason why I'm really here is because I want to get this money. Because let's be real, like D1 athletes, they really don't go to college. They go to college as just like a little presser just to get me up to the NBA. But now I can make 2.5 million in college. So now I'm good. I don't have to worry about that insurance policy. I don't have to worry about this, whatever. Because a lot of people would use that insurance policy to get paid or whatever, and then be good. Now to the point where I don't really need that. I can stay in they should be using it to stay another year if you're already making money. If you know you're necessarily not going to be doing the best that you can, stay another year, get polished, stuff like that. Still make your bread, but still use that as more of like a cushion. Like don't just be like people were just going to the NBA and like how many NBA stars that we think that was coming out of college are supposed to be nasty before NIL deals.
Yeah.
And literally, we don't even hear about them no more.
Yeah.
One of those
Because they should have
players.
stayed another year because they thought they had it.
Yeah.
Mm.
One of those players was kind of Mikey Williams, really,
Yeah.
because he got like a bunch of hype, but then I started to notice his hype actually started to kind of dwindle, and then the criminal case showed up. So
Exactly. And at the end of the day, that's the problem. Is the fact that yeah, you're getting these NIL deals, and sorry to get off topic, but I feel like you should get the benefits you can like if you're endorsed by Toyota or something like that, you can get a car or something like that.
right.
But to give a 17, 18-year-old kid access to millions of dollars, they're going to feel like they're invincible. You got to understand the way the generation already think they're invincible. So now think of an invincible kid that already think that I can do whatever I want and then give them some money and see if they don't do dumb stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they feel like the money's going to get them out of everything. Like I got money. Money has stopped me from getting a ticket. Money will get me. Money will get me this. I can pay somebody to shut up and stuff like that. That's the reason why they do the things that they do. You should wait until you in order for you to get this money, you got to leave college first, and then I'll give you the money. Not while you're in college. I'll give you the benefits if you want a nice dorm to stay in, and stuff like that. But I'm not giving you access to $1.2 million for you to just go blow and you think you can do everything because now everybody on the team looking at you like you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah, they gave the kid from the hood too much money.
But that's the thing, though. Like, it's kind of a two-sided coin, though. Don't you think, Cave? It's just like mugs that literally been busting their butt to make it out of the situation that they in. And it's to the point like now they made it out, but now they're making dumb decisions while they're doing it. And it's just like you're not really helping yourself. You're really not helping yourself. Like if this is your end all be all, if $1.2 million is all that you wanted to make, and you feel like you're gonna be able to live off that for the rest of your life, $1.2 million, you can live off that if you 33, 40 and stuff like that. But at 18, you don't think you're gonna blow that because you're gonna go buy your mama a house, probably $500,000. You're gonna go buy your parents' cars, and don't mention that your freeloading ass friends gonna try to ask for some money. That $1.2 million is going to be gone out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, what you doing? Then we see this dude playing at Rucker Park in New York, trying to make a name for himself again because he fell off the face of earth because he don't know how to handle his money.
Right.
Rucker Park.
Yeah, that's pretty much it with the NIL deals. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'm glad these that the college athletes are getting their money, but sometimes it could be sometimes it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. So
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
because now you were betting on the pros, like getting your generational worth, your generational wealth. Now you can get your generational wealth in college.
At 18.
I mean, look at Angel Reese. She won't need WNBA because she already getting a lot of
She's
money in
literally
the
said it.
NFL.
I don't need to go to.
She said it.
She already said it. I don't need to. She even said, I'm staying in college for 4 years. I'm not leaving early for nothing.
Well, actually, they have no choice but to leave. That's kind of WNBA rules, I believe. But that's what it is.
Like to the point of like she could literally do college for 4 years and don't have to go to the NBA and still be good and
Yeah.
not have to worry about it.
Yep. I mean, it's like the WNBA pays them good anyway, unfortunately. But that's what it is.
Yeah.
But then like I said, you said blessing and a curse for some athletes. This NIL deal helps women's basketball because then now they're getting paid.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now this makes more for women go to college and be able to play, knowing that I can still make money, knowing that okay, now this probably pushes the WNBA because like I'm already making my money in college. I stack up for 4 years, make my money, and then I go to the NBA. And then now the NBA money is just like side money.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
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 so
how
much.
you think about it.
Yeah, I think I think LeBron said it himself that NBA money is kind of like his side money now because he gets so much money with
From
endorsement deals.
endorsements. Yeah.
He got the lifetime deal with Nike. Uh, did well, who else he with? He with Sprite. I bet he get a
Right.
permit
Yeah.
there. He just got endorsements
Yeah.
out the yep, Ruffles. Like he all over the place.
And that's the thing though, but that's what these kids need to be understanding is the fact that it's not trying to get the bag from the NBA or the NFL or anything like that. It's getting the bag from these endorsers. Once you get a bag from the endorsers, they
You win.
still gonna pay you.
Yeah,
Yeah. You win.
When that's where you get the money from is your endorsement. That's but if and then once you make it to the NBA, whatever you're doing, that's just side money. That's stuff you can really just go blow because it's like I get this check every week, every Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. This is just side money.
right.
My real money is coming from my sponsors and endorsers, which necessarily stay on the straight and narrow and be respectful and be a upstanding citizen and be a role model and stuff like that. No endorse like John Morant. I don't think that'll ever happen again. I just think they put too much money in him and they didn't see no return, but they know that the return could still be there. Go because I guarantee you, anybody else that pulls something like that would not have that deal still. No way. Powerade and Nike, you messed up twice and you still got an endorsement.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot with that is he's already made a lot of money, and he's what 24, 23 years old.
Yeah,
I think a lot had to do with it is youth, because
yeah,
we know how quickly they got rid of Kyrie. So
exactly. And that's exactly who I'm comparing it to. Is Kyrie like Kyrie did less, and y'all look
I probably wouldn't say less though.
to the earth. This man literally had firearms. Can we really compare him
Well,
flashing a gun?
he had, I mean, flashing a gun, but he didn't exactly hurt anybody. And Kyrie posted an anti-Semitic link. Yeah.
The way I feel like it's which way you look at it. Like, which one are you
Yeah.
more prone to? Like, are you
Also, don't
so?
forget a lot of Nike executives are yeah. So
Yeah. I got you. I got you. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
so it's a little different. It's a little different. So
Mm-hmm.
now let's kind of switch back on topic. Let's actually talk about the draft. Let's talk about the draft. So, with the question I was going to ask all of y'all, who's the biggest winners in the draft?
Houston.
Valid.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's who I would have as well. Getting a man Thompson, stealing Cam Whitmore. I forgot their second round picks, but I think they got some good ones there too. Let me search.
Who's the coach?
Huh? Repeat that.
Who's the coach for Houston? Who's the
Ime
coach for Houston?
Ime
Give me a
Udoka.
dope.
Oh yeah.
On free agency news,
Uh
D'Angelo
oh.
Russell is signing a 2-year, $37 million contract to stay with the Lakers.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah,
Staying.
he's staying.
It's staining.
He's
Oh
staying.
wow. They must see something in him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they still need a guard because Shooter's gone.
Yeah, Schroeder's
Shooter's with the
gone, and
Raptors.
they got Russell. They kept
Are they
Russell, and they got Gabe Vincent.
So you got a starter, you got your backup. It's just the fact that is D'Lo a backup or is he a starter?
I'd have him start.
Austin Reeves still
Over
has
game?
mind, right? With
But you're still waiting on Austin Reeves.
yeah.
Well, from what I've been reading, everybody's saying that as soon as the free agents start, that they're already giving them the 4-year, $54 million deal. I think or something.
Oh, the qualifying offer, I
Is that
believe.
what I saw? I
I
think so.
think
They
so. I think that's
they
what it
said
is.
as soon as free agent hits, as soon as the time, it said like not even a second into it, they're going to offer him the 4-year, $55 million deal.
Card. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. All right, I'm back.
Uh,
Yeah. Yep.
55 million
Yep.
I think it's like $54 million. I think that's what it was.
a year or just
Oh, that's in total.
oh, okay.
54 million through 4 years would
I gotta see.
be
I think that's total though.
that'd be
I think that's
13 and a
total. I don't
half a
think
year.
It's gotta be total. It's gotta be total.
Yeah, 54
which
million is total for sure.
I think it's fair because at the end of the day, he just showed up on the scene last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Consistent thing, or is this necessarily just a one? So,
hmm
but the reason why I mess with Austin Reeves is because I feel like he understands that, like he gets that. It's not like to the point where I'm just selfish. I came here, I'm the star, or I could be a star. Give me my money. It's just
he's kinda just
I'm
going
gonna show you that I can play ball.
Yep. So do y'all believe that Austin Reeves is going to stay with the Lakers, or he's going to get a bigger offer from somewhere else?
I heard he was talking with teams like the Spurs.
Yeah, I'm
As
I'm
well.
going to look at him here. Oh yeah, because they said yesterday Austin Reeves are going to offer the Lakers are going to offer Austin Reeves a 4-year, $52 million deal. So
I have a question. Is Rui Hachimura free too?
oh,
No.
Rui re-signed with the Lakers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Rui's already in.
he
Yep.
resigned. Okay.
Along with that, they signed Cam Reddish. Hopefully, he could develop there. But
It's
right,
basically all setting up to where like Bron doesn't have to play as much as he did last year. It's more of just
yeah.
like get us through the regular season and then playoff Bron comes. Because
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, Bron had to, Bron had to get him into the play-in. So I feel like he was time to playoffs. So now it's to the point where you're probably going to see Bron take a little bit more time off and stuff like that. And then after the All-Star break and stuff like that, that's when it's going to click and figure it out that way.
Yeah.
I think basically what this is going to do is gets Bron off the court, makes him better for the playoffs, but then this gives AD a lot more time to develop what he needs to do to be a dominant player. So I don't have to worry about getting the ball to Bron. It's really all me. I make this happen. I have guys around me to make this happen.
Um. Also,
Because AD needs to be on the floor more.
we about 2 weeks ago we talked about this when it was Netello, Mason, Rodney, and I. We
Yeah.
said this may be the final year in which you see truly Anthony Davis, because he's getting nothing but older. I mean, he's 30. He's like 31, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 30 years old, and you never know when he's going to be on the court. So next year has to be the year. We have to see championship AD. We have to see motivated AD. Because even in that year, Anthony Davis was dealing with a few injuries, but when he was on the court, he was completely dominant. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we have to see that either for the Lakers
He saw.
that um, to reach the finals again. Even though I believe the Nuggets are on the other tier with everybody else.
Yeah.
So
But do you think that these trades for the Lakers basically puts them in a situation where they have a chance to beat the Nuggets, though? Because you have a lot of scoring on the because that lot of just AD. There was a lot of, I mean, I guess you can say AD, but there was a lot of AD, Bron, and who else was scoring for him? You would get Austin Reeves, that was
he's a
streaky.
little
You would
bit
get
Rui
D'Lo,
a
that
little
was
bit.
exactly. So now you actually have true scores that can match. Because let's be real, scores. Because I think Bruce Brown is gone, right? Bruce Brown went somewhere
Oh
else.
yeah, Bruce
Pretty sure I
Brown
saw
went
it.
to
Indiana.
the Pacers. Yep.
So he's to the Pacers. So that means you have Jokic and Murray. Who's going to be your other scorer? So now
Well, you got Aaron
it's going
Gordon.
to try to
He
do a
had
lot
a
of
big
scoring versus
finals.
two scores.
You have Aaron Gordon had a
MPJ.
big
Yeah.
finals. Yep. MPJ. But I would like for him to pass more instead of closing the possession all the damn time. So, MPJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good music in
Okay,
the
back up the
background.
commercial break.
uh, so actually, back to the draft. Back to the draft.
Yep. Yep.
Um, I really, I have to talk about Dallas. With
Okay.
the 12th pick, they drafted Derek Lively from Duke. I'm not a fan of the pick at all. He's a big man. He's a good rim protector. But offensively, he had huge hype coming out of Duke. He underperformed uh, badly. He struggled to shoot. He's not a solid passer. Um, I had Lively at 27 on my big board, and I thought it was a very high reach, and I do not know where Dallas can go from there.
I get it. I really think that Dallas feels like if you go some of Dallas games and stuff like that, it wasn't because they weren't scoring. It's just the fact that they were.
They can't
Hey, I'm
defend.
in this right now. Fine. Yeah, they can't defend. So it's just like I'll take a less scoring high defender over because they feel like they can score with Kyrie, Luca, and for some reason.
Yet again, I don't know if he could be that impactful as a defensive big though, because he was
True.
solid as a rim protector, but nothing really wowed me about it.
I think they're just looking for a fundamental big, is
Yeah.
because you already have a decent enough. Well, not decent. You have a good backcourt with Kyrie and Luca.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just taking a gamble on the
Yeah,
big.
you ain't got to worry about the backcourt. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
to.
the
At
backcourt is
some point, you
fine.
have to take advantage because I feel like that's what they were looking for. Like they don't have no big that can actually come off the bench and actually give you
Well, they don't have a big and they don't have wing
offense
defenders,
because
That's true.
and they did not
what
add
is
a wing defender at all. They got another big
so
man from Marquette actually.
yeah.
So
Christian Wood a 4 or 5.
I think he's a
he's
five.
a five, but he plays like a four.
Do you think that he could be a wing defender?
No.
You think that he can play? He doesn't have the footwork to. He
Mm-mm.
doesn't have the footwork to.
No. He has to be in
Because
like
my thought process would be move him to the. So my process is do probably drafted that guy to put him at the 5, put Christian Wood at the 4, to where he can necessarily help on defense, but still be and still give you some type of spark when it comes to scoring. Because I'm sorry, Powell's not, and Cleaver's not it either. So
no. But
Oh no.
I don't know what Mark Cuban is doing down in Dallas, but they've been quiet. All they did was re-sign Kyrie.
I mean, he taking too much break time on Shark Tank. Out here trying to find his next investment.
He
That's
needs
what he
to
needs
be
to be doing.
investing. He needs to be investing on his basketball team.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah. It's a lot that's going down. That just like I said earlier in this, it's gonna be some breaking stuff. Like something's gonna happen to where like we think something is gonna be like, and all of a sudden it's gonna be a big ass trade or some shit like that. Something that we ain't not expecting. This is gonna
Well,
happen. I
we
just don't know where it's going.
I was
the
gonna say
the
it was
James Harden trade. That's probably what it's gonna be.
They say he's going to the Clippers, right?
Yeah,
James going where?
your sources is telling me he's probably gonna go to the Clippers.
To play with what a non-playing Kawhi
Yep.
and a Paul George.
Paul
They
George.
said Paul George gonna leave.
Paul
The
George.
No,
season.
they saying Paul George will remain with the Clippers.
Wow,
So
that's I
it's
don't
And you
know.
probably gonna
gotta,
be another big three.
but then you gotta think of it as a business standpoint. They're about to get this new stadium. They need somebody that's gonna be able to put butts.
But here's the problem: is
And they
James
have
Harden
four
gonna stay
macro.
there for another
So
contract?
I don't even really think they care. They just need somebody to be able to pay off this stadium.
By the time the stadium gets built, PG and Kawhi might not even be in a Clipper uniform.
They, true. Kawhi might not even have knees because for some reason that man can only play 12 games a season.
Getting niggas hurt for 30.
Jesus Christ, man. You just cannot come off an NBA Finals with the run you had, and then the next year you barely played. I just don't get that. I just don't.
His
And as
knee,
much as people want
his
to
knees
talk
is
about it,
shot.
they always bang bang
His knees is shot. I don't. Probably the Spurs might have misdiagnosed his injury.
shot, and it makes no sense to me. It's just like, and if, and yeah, I think the injury was worse than what it was, bro. And I think they just really didn't want to tell about it because he was bringing in so much money, and it's just like we got to downplay this because if we don't downplay, it can get worse and we're gonna lose money. Because as much as we want to think about all about just like the basketball antics and what it is, just playing basketball, we got to understand it's a business too.
Mm.
What's necessarily when it comes to a business takes the purity out of it, the purity of just playing basketball. When you have to add money and business into it and stuff like that, people will do some desperate stuff to make an extra buck.
Right.
I just don't see
So,
how the
well,
Clippers are tired at this point.
and they better get rid of Russell Westbrook because I don't understand what's going on with that. There's no
Well,
way you can have PG, Kawhi,
What?
and Russell, and
well, they did say if James Harden gets traded there, Russ might not be with the Clippers.
Mike. He can't. The hell?
But now that leaves me. Where does that leave Russell Westbrook though? Where does he go?
Another place where he can still and
Honestly,
be a leader and still shine and still get his triple doubles.
honestly,
Please don't say it. Please don't say it.
if
Please don't
if
say it. I
Russ
feel like I know
trying
where you're going with this.
if Russ is trying to win, I think he might go to Philly.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was going to say it. I knew he was going to say it.
I
I
I
knew it.
You
I
think
mean
Joel Embiid
I
will
knew
allow
it.
that?
that it just seems like the only option because I don't see where else he can go.
I,
Because now
and that's
the Heat is going for Dame. Lakers damn sure don't want him. Clippers went with Harden. I mean, who else you got?
Yeah.
And I'd be damned if he in the Bucks uniform. So
Oh no.
where else could he go? That's where I'm at.
I'm trying to figure out where he. I mean, just to get rid of him. Like I don't like teams just to get, like he can go anywhere just to get rid of him. But like for him to go and actually,
He is a free agent, so it's his choice.
but it's blessed over the years. Russell is like as much as we like him for his triple doubles, he is a selfish player. So he's gonna go somewhere where he can be called, so where he can call the shots.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. You may be right.
He gonna go somewhere where he can call the shots. If he can't call the shots, he's not going there.
But if Russ wants to win a championship, he's probably gonna go to Philly. If he wants to get the triple doubles, he gonna mess around and probably. I still don't know where he'll go.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, do you think, and this isn't just a far fetched world where it's just like, do you think if Dame goes to the Spurs with Wemby, that Russell Westbrook could work out coming off the bench though?
Russ going to San Antonio?
Off the bench?
There's no way that works with both Dame and Westbrook on the floor, does it?
I don't know if the Spurs want both of them on the same team.
I'm just thinking of somewhere where he can basis saying that where he can go and win a championship. I don't know really anywhere where he can go to win a championship. That's gonna be that like needs him.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Because like think about it, Kay. Think about it, fella. Think about it. Where can he go that people are going to want him? Because it's been shown that people don't need him. Where's people going to go where they're going to want him? Remember, there's a difference between who's going to need me, who's going to want me.
I'm legit trying to think who would go for Russ.
That's sad.
Oh my God! Wow.
We never thought about this, like, because you're at a point where, like, you're not like Russ is at a point where no one needs him. No one needs him. No one needs him. But there has to be there. The only way he getting on that court is if someone wants him.
The only team I can think of is Philly. That's the only team I can think of.
I think Philly's crazy enough to go for it too, though.
Yeah, because if James Harden is going like honestly, Kate, that's probably
what end up happening.
Because your star guy plays a 5 and he can't bring down the ball. So we need another vet in there. So or Embiid needs another vet in there. And Embiid really doesn't care because he's going to get because it's not like he's in else or competing with somebody else. He's a 5. He is the 5. He's the focal of the team. And then on top of that, too, I don't have to worry about somebody coming in and giving them 30. I know I'm the 5 and I'm going to give you 30 and 15. I just need a guard that's going to give me the ball. After he gets his triple-double. Russell has to get his triple-double before Embiid gets anything.
Also, speaking of Philly, they said that they're not going to rush extending Tyrese Maxey.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't see why.
They're saying that they're going to wait so they can get flexibility on the contract.
Huh.
But that is very, very, very risky.
Very risky because Tyrese Maxey can go somewhere and he could be a star, not a superstar, but he could be a star somewhere.
Right.
And 26, 20, I think so. I think he's younger than that.
He's probably younger than that. Let me look it up. See right here, Tyrese Maxey. Maxey is 22 years old.
22.
He should be
Somewhere
coming out
he can
of
go
college
somewhere.
right now.
He can go somewhere.
He should be coming out of
And
college right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Tom. I really like what he does. I think he's a good piece for Philly. I think he's a really.
There's
And I
just no way
But
he
like I,
doesn't walk. There's no way.
there's no way. But then you can't let him walk. But you also can't bring Russell Westbrook in this mug and thinking that you just gonna be able to get in and play.
If anything, it's probably going to be for 1 year. Probably going to give him a 2-year player option type stuff. If that's the case. But I'm not trying to disrespect Russ or anything, but I don't know who would want him.
That's what's unfortunate about it. To be honest,
Chicago?
I see it.
Probably. Maybe Chicago. I don't know.
For him retiring. Well, he will have to retire. Yeah.
The Knicks bring Russ off the bench.
Okay.
You think Russ?
That's the only thing I can think of, man. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not trying to disrespect Russ or anything. I just don't know where else he'll go.
That match against Natalia was successful, and by the way, where he gonna go and who's gonna allow him to go there?
Right.
Who's gonna be fine with him going there? That's the question.
Damn. That's effed up.
yeah, that's wild to think about.
Yeah, it definitely is. But I mean, at the end of the day, we got to think about it because it's not like, I mean, is he washed? No.
He's not washed. I mean,
He still give you a.
I mean, he proved it with the Clippers run. He played well with the Clippers, so he can work somewhere.
Yeah.
But where? That's the thing.
Hardest question ever is where, because no one knows.
Hell, if he don't care about winning,
That's gonna be hard.
go to Charlotte. That's the only I can think of. Charlotte, if you don't want to win. Philly, if you do want to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
He has to want to win, right? You know, you don't got no more time for it.
Yeah.
Now's the time. If you want to chase that ring, you got to go chase it.
Yep. I gotta ask EJ and Roddy about this because this is one of the rare times where I am just stuck.
All right, quick. Let's see. Where could he like? Let's put some legit thought into this. Like teams that he could possibly go to. Just start blurting out stuff. Spurs, don't think so. Philly is one of them.
Bulls.
Bulls.
That's not bad.
Detroit.
Wait, you said Detroit?
I want to say Detroit.
I don't know.
Because you really don't vet. I mean, for people that needs a vet.
Would that be the vet they want?
Hell no, that's not the vet they want. But that's probably the only vet they gonna be able to get.
Because they would want a vet that could help develop Cade and Ivy. And I don't think you want a point guard who can't shoot to help develop them.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right about that. That man couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Nope.
Like in Westbrook sometimes, and that's crazy.
Okay. We gonna have to move on because we'll be stuck thinking 15 minutes with Russ here. We be stuck
Yeah,
for 15 minutes. Yeah, we
well,
gotta move on. We gotta move on. As a matter of fact, we gonna move
gotta
on to
move
the
on.
next segment.
He might not even get picked up.
We gonna move on to the next segment. We gonna transition to the NFL. We are now about to dive in to the AFC. Woo boy, this is a very, very stacked conference. You got the
Oh yeah.
reigning champions in the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the Bengals. You got the Ravens with a contract, a new contract with Lamar. You got the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. You got the Bills. You got the Chargers.
You know how many primetime games there is going to be with just the AFC?
Yeah,
A lot.
I think mostly all of it is
So,
full
but
on
like,
AFC.
bro, it's going to be like they're going to be the 325 game and the primetime game at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
And it might fall around and be the primetime game on Monday night. There's a
I'm
chance where they can be three primetime games in 2 days.
I'm actually about to look this up. Who has the most primetime games in 2023? I bet you almost all of them is AFC teams. The only exception is probably going to be Dallas because it's Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas always. I feel like Dallas pays for that though. Like they literally put an extra couple mil in the pocket, like so they can get games.
Yeah, also the America's team nonsense that they buy. People bought into it and now they. Yeah. So here it is. The
Yeah,
four
but don't
teams.
nobody who voted on that.
No.
I didn't vote
So
on them being the American team.
yeah, but Tex Schramm, who was the former Cowboys owner, coined the term America's team, and everyone ran with it. That's what it is. So here's the teams with the most primetime games. There's four
You know
teams.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say I'm America's best black guy, and I'm just gonna run with it. And everybody better fall.
Okay. Okay.
That's crazy how you can just. That's crazy how you can just say something, and then Muggs just was like, "All right, yeah, let's do it."
Okay. So who has the most primetime games? The Chiefs, AFC. Chargers, AFC. Bills, AFC. Cowboys, NFC. They all have 6 primetime games. Now that shocked me. The Chargers have the same amount of primetime games as the Cowboys. That shocked the hell out of me.
That's kind of crazy.
What do you think? Do you have the same outlook on the Chargers this year, Cave? That's the question. Ooh.
We gonna get into
Do
that
you
later.
have this?
We gonna get into that later. Now with the teams who got 5. Wait, are you? Oh, I'm about to cuss. The Raiders have 5 primetime games.
You serious?
The Raiders have 5 primetime games.
Because they have to get a new stadium. They got no players. They got a new stadium. Someone better. I need something.
Is this the porn star Jimmy effect?
Gotta be.
Is that what it
It
is?
gotta be.
Because 5 primetime games after the season they had last year is ridiculous.
They went 6-11, right?
Yeah, about 6-11. And people had them winning the AFC West. But yeah, I told everybody that they were going to disappoint because Josh McDaniels is their head coach, and look what they did. They lost to Baker Mayfield in a regular season game. The Baker's first game, it was a short week. He got there just that Tuesday, and they lost to him.
Baker's where?
What happens when Derek Carr is your QB?
And I think, but I mean, who knows, man? Like, I don't understand 5 primetime games. I feel like you have to earn those games, and for some reason, we just giving them out to people.
I think the NFL just gives them out to
Yeah,
popular.
plus the Raiders have the prestigious franchise tag on their side. They are prestigious, so. But keep this in mind, though. The Raiders have more primetime games than the Bengals.
Huh?
Yep, the Bengals have 4. The Raiders have 5.
You know what I think that is, though, right? You want to know why?
What's that?
Because Cincinnati has a small market,
But they actually
very small market.
became a media, like a media baby for the NFL.
Like I said, that market don't bring them as much money as what Vegas is gonna bring them.
They did bring money. Believe it or not, they did pretty well when they were in the Super Bowl. People thought that was going to be one of the lowest rated Super Bowls of all time. It wasn't that at all.
You would think that Super Bowl would have jumped them up to at least 5 primetime games. Maybe I would debate they should probably have 6.
I think they had 5 last year. I don't know. I'm actually shocked. The Packers still got 5 primetime games.
Jordan Love. I cannot wait for that first season. Lights out.
They just threw Love in the fire. They gave him the America's Game of the Week in his second official start.
Better not throw an interception that first pass. I swear to God.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That will not happen. Well,
You want to know why? Because they're going to run the ball 60 times a game. He ain't throwing nothing.
If Matt LaFleur knows what to do, because sometimes when we needed to run the ball, we passed. So, we'll see.
I mean, he could have learned something from Aaron before he left, so we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, now looking at the AFC teams. I was just about to look here. So, there's 3 AFC teams with 6. There's 1, 2. Okay, 2 teams with 5. That's the Jets and the Raiders. Then the AFC teams with 4, the Broncos, Ravens, Bengals, Patriots, and Steelers. I'm shocked the Broncos still have 4 games.
Oh, but you got to admit, they were atrocious. Atrocious last year.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Payton, maybe. The Sean Payton hire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Russell Wilson.
I mean, let's be real. The new coaching hires, new quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Still Russell Wilson.
Yeah. By the look in the eyes.
Believe it or not, even though the Texans drafted C.J. Stroud, they got no primetime games this year.
Probably good.
And Carolina got 2. Carolina got 2, and they got Bryce Young. Well, number 1 overall pick, so you're automatically getting a primetime.
Yeah. I'm fine with the Texans not having no primetime games because then that doesn't put too much spotlight on C.J. Stroud. Everybody's already downplaying them already.
Yep. That don't put too much pressure on C.J. Stroud and even Will Anderson to a degree. So.
Yeah.
And also D'Amico Ryan's rookie head coach. So.
Yeah.
Too much pressure.
But I mean, what do you think the record can be though? This year.
Houston, it's still a bad roster. Probably 5-12, 6-11, somewhere around there. It's still a bad roster.
But does CJ still have a decent year though?
I think CJ will show that he has promise. I think that's what it is. Like when you look at the stat line, when you go 6-11, it's rare you see a quarterback with a great stat line. So, like the stat line might not show it, but when you look at them, you say, "Okay, you see why they drafted him." I think that's what that'll be. Tampa, they gave Baker Mayfield two primetime games.
I mean, which he necessarily deserves.
No, he
Yeah, I
doesn't.
mean, not because of him, not because of him. Because of the Bucs,
The who?
the Buccaneers, just because he has Mike Evans, he has who's the other receiver?
Chris Godwin.
Yeah, it's not just like I said, it's not because of him. It's because of the Buccaneers as a whole. Because they want to see how is that going to work out without Tom Brady.
But the thing of the matter is, by the time they have their primetime game, is Baker even going to be the starting quarterback? Did you see his throws in the offseason workouts?
He was
This man,
overshooting the seam route.
This man is in a dogfight with Kyle Trask.
Dude,
A dogfight with
I
Kyle
don't know,
Trask.
man. I don't know, man.
What I
But I
am
mean, the only person that will come back and play is Tom.
probably, but what I do like to see, the Lions have 4 primetime games.
The Lions. The Lions. I feel like the Lions. The Lions are slowly getting better.
I think they're winning the division.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
was that a troll though that I read something about more people were gambling, and there might be some more people that are out or something like that because they were gambling.
Oh no, that's not a troll. That's real.
No, that's not true. That was real. That was real.
Oh, but the way that they're making it sound like, because they didn't give no names, it was just like there might be more people, so it might be somebody that's really not that would really affect the team if they weren't there.
Yeah, there's apparently a lot more gambling situations that's happening, but a lot of them is coming from like low-level players. Like you could live without these players, so it's not really. Like, you gotta enforce it. Like it's not like Calvin Ridley, basically. So.
Yeah, who does come back this year?
Yep. Speaking of Calvin Ridley, the
But
Jaguars have 3
yeah,
primetime games.
Wait, who'd you say?
I feel like that's good for them.
They have the same, but they do have the same amount as the Saints, Seahawks, and Dolphins.
Okay, but on top of that too, I did.
Dolphins may be fine, but Saints, I don't know.
Yeah, Saints could be sneaky. They could be sneaky.
I mean, they're in a very weak division.
That's the only reason why I said they could be sneaky.
They could make the postseason at 8-9.
But what's crazy though is it was an NFL player that tweeted something saying that. So you mean to tell me that I can risk my life every Sunday, but I can't risk $1,000 for my team to win? That was just like, kind of makes sense.
It kind of makes,
Yeah.
like,
No. Yeah. I feel that.
They do have to take into account betting context as well. Like I definitely get, because the NFL rule is like you can't bet at all, but like if you're betting on your team to win, or you're betting on players going over a statistical feat, would that kind of motivate your team to do better? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they do need to.
And I'm trying to figure out too, because
in context of the gambling.
Yeah, I think that it needs to be in context. Like, what can you gamble? What can you not gamble? Can you not gamble? Maybe you can gamble on other teams, but you can't gamble on your own, because then at the end of the day, you, as a player, can basically have an outlook of a game. What if you prop bet yourself? I'm gonna get over 100 yards. I'm gonna under 100 yards. You don't get like stuff like that.
Now that could be like huge. Like if a player goes under, people start to question your effort and all of that other stuff.
Exactly.
So that definitely makes
sense.
And also, like, say this: what if a player were to bet on a teammate, but that teammate fails to reach that gamble? What does that have? What effect does that have on the locker room?
Exactly.
Because now,
so
not only are you messing with my wins or losses. You messing with my money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Which I feel like in my head, the smartest thing is first of all, don't make an account under your name if you don't bet.
right,
Second of all, get a family member. You don't have the last name, anything like that. It's your account. It's just the fact that they're putting in the bets for you. Why would you do that under your name?
right.
Don't have it. It's not coming from your phone. It's not coming from your profile.
Honestly,
It's
Isaiah Rogers
not
deserved to
coming
be
from your
suspended for
email.
being so that
Nothing like
for
that.
being like Isaiah Rogers deserved to be suspended for being that stupid. Like he was blatant with his.
Okay, I didn't read the whole story. What? So he actually had his own profile that said Isaiah Rogers.
Something like that. Yeah, they figured out just like that.
That's so
He was
dumb.
blatant with his.
Bro, you can find an 18-year-old cousin or a 20-year-old cousin that literally you get their phone, whatever and stuff. It don't like that make everything. See, the thing is, NFL players will do something stupid. Oh yeah, this is my cousin. I'm letting him bet for me, but he's under my phone playing. So I'm paying for his cell phone bill, and that's how they caught me. You can't do that. You literally got to find somebody that's literally on the same low as you. You not even give them the money. You figure out a way. They pay for the money or whatever, and then they make the bets for you. You out here literally on your phone, on your couch, watching your TV, putting in bets.
Exactly. Not
Yeah,
gambling
that's not.
whatsoever. But now let's.
And people are not like they have to understand in the NFL, there's people. Keep going,
Wait, go ahead, coach.
keep going. No, I'm just saying like there's people like the NFL. Money has no bounds. So there's literally people that are paid to snitch. They got people out here that's literally looking at your accounts, making sure you ain't doing what you're doing. What makes you think that they're putting it in a rule in a book, knowing that you can't do it at all? It's zero tolerance, thinking that they ain't got nobody watching y'all.
Right.
Like it's obvious stuff, and it's just like common sense isn't really common sometimes. I see.
Pretty much. Pretty
Mm,
much.
yeah. So yeah, at least try to
We're off topic again.
hide it
Let's
or
be wrong.
something.
They're not
And
hiding it. They're literally just doing it, thinking that no one's. Well, I'm not a big name receiver, so no one's gonna catch me.
yeah, they looking for
Yeah,
you, man. Dummy.
they definitely look. There's people. I'm pretty sure there's a little 35, 34-year-old man get $100,000 a year to make sure that you ain't doing what you're doing. And all he does is sit at his computer and make sure you're not betting, or they trying to find ways to see if you are betting and stuff like that. You don't think that they got people
And
doing like that?
all
Like I said,
and
NFL.
also keep in mind, NFL partners with these gambling sites. They're going to find out. They're
All they
going
got to
to
do is go
find
ahead.
out.
Is going.
All they got to do
All they're
is
gonna do.
ask.
Yeah, just go in there and ask them. Does this person have an account? Does anything trace back to this phone?
Right. The NBA does the exact same stuff.
Oh yeah, it does. And I'm pretty sure if they got that, that's the smartest thing ever. That's the smartest business move ever. It's say zero tolerance to gambling, but we're going to endorse the gambling companies though. That way I have a hold on you. So I know. And then maybe what it is that they go back in and they see, is there any relation to this guy? Does this guy have any relation to the guy, to this person or something like that? And that's how it clearly don't take no time because Rogers got caught quick.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. But now let's switch back to the AFC preview. Now
yeah.
I wanted to actually reshare my predictions I posted. So here's what I got. I have the Bengal. Wait, before we go with the NFL, I just got breaking news.
Well,
Patrick Beverly has signed with
Oh,
the
okay. Oh,
76ers.
who?
Oh,
Patrick Beverly has signed with the 76ers.
Oh
I think
wow.
that's gonna help him.
Pat Bev and Joel Embiid on the same team. Good luck.
You is that man is such a journeyman. Like you have to respect his hustle, bro. Like he don't care where he go, where he play, who he play with. As long as that man is playing basketball, he don't care. That man been on probably every team in the NBA.
He's been on a lot. I think he's been like 8 teams already, if not
Mm.
9. We'll see how that all play out. So back to the AFC. I have the Bengals winning the AFC North. I have them winning 13 games as well.
Mm.
Ravens, I have 11-6. I think they'll take the a wild card spot. I believe they'd be no, I had them as the 6th seed. I had them as 6th seed. Uh, Steelers, Mike Tomlin is going to continue his the 500 winning streak. They're going 9-8 again.
Yeah.
At this point, the roster doesn't look 9-8, but they're just gonna get 9 wins anyway because they scrap them up out of nowhere. So, and the Browns,
Yeah.
I have them at 8-9, and it's mainly due to the fact they're in a very stacked division. In their schedule is pretty tough. That's what I got with the AFC North.
Yeah, the Browns first week they play the Bengals. First week 1 they play the Bengals.
Yep, it's pretty tough for them.
Yeah, because then you got AFC games. You got Bengals versus Browns,
Yep.
but it's in Cleveland though. So I mean, I don't know. It sucks for CJ that his first game is against Lamar and company.
Yeah, yikes.
Jaguars versus Colts first week.
Honestly,
That's not a bad matchup.
the Jaguars should win the game, but week 1 is the most goofiest week out of all weeks, and the Colts could win that one.
Then you got Steelers versus 49ers. But that's a 12 o'clock game. I thought that was going to be a better game than that, but we'll see.
The two franchises, that seems like a 325 game.
The 325 game is a team that you already mentioned. Broncos versus Raiders, 325.
That's a 325 game?
Yeah, September 10th, Raiders versus Denver in Denver.
Oh my Jesus. Wait, is Steelers versus 49ers
Have
or CBS?
ooh, Steelers versus 49ers.
Oh, breaking news again.
What happened?
Brooke Lopez is staying with the Bucks.
Yes.
Oh God, thank.
What was
You
the
don't
contract?
have to because
The contract
if he was gone,
is 2 years for $48 million, $24 million a year.
Okay. All right.
is he worth that?
So about $24
Yeah.
million a year.
Here.
I mean, he is.
Hey,
I mean, he
worth
was number
$24 million a year.
he was number 2 in defensive player of the year.
Yeah, the 2
I
defensive
don't-
player of the year. You gotta pay him that much.
Yeah.
You gotta pay him.
Do you think in the heart, if you guys are not, do you think Brooke Lopez is worth $24 million a year? And be honest, and don't lie.
If Jeremy Grant is worth $32 million, we got Brooke at
I
a
knew you was
bargain.
coming with it.
We got Brooke at a bargain. That's all I'm saying.
I was just waiting. It was just a setup. Because I knew you was gonna bring up Grant. If Grant is worth that, if Fred VanVleet is worth that, then yeah, I get you. I get you.
We got a bargain for that. Now we're gonna go back to the AFC. So continue with the schedule, Coach.
I did see. Hold on, I got to get back to it. But I'm pretty sure week 1, I saw. You got Philly versus Patriots, but that'll be a win.
Yeah, Philly.
This one. This is going to be a good one. Chargers versus Dolphins.
I got Chargers.
That's a good game. I could see
but
Miami
it's in
winning.
LA.
Chargers.
Oh, it's in LA.
It's in
I
LA.
got
Give me Chargers.
Yeah, it's in LA.
Yeah, give me Chargers. If it was in Miami,
And
I think I'd have
but
the
that but
Dolphins winning.
I'm trying to figure out what game they gonna play though, because you got 4 games. You got 2 of these games actually. Yeah, you got 3 of these games that could be taking that 325 slot because you got Raiders versus Broncos in Denver. You got Eagles versus Patriots that's in New England. Um, Not to say that these are AFC teams, but then obviously you got the biggest rivalry with Packers versus Bears. That's at
Well,
325 as well too. And then
that's 325 on Fox regardless. That's America's Game of the Week, I'm sure.
yeah, yeah. So that, but which one are they? But I'm talking about like which one are obviously in our network they're going to play that
They're
game.
playing that one.
But like but I would rather like to see the
Wait,
Dolphins versus Chargers game.
I'm pretty sure
Honestly, in my opinion,
Chargers versus Dolphins will be on CBS, right?
I would hope so because I'm pretty sure that Bears Packers game. Because I'm only on Google right now.
Because it's 2 AFC teams, and AFC is with CBS, and NFC is with Fox.
Yeah.
So
And then obviously the 720 game is obviously Cowboys with Cowboys versus Giants.
Giants, yeah.
But this is the game I want to see: Bills versus Jets.
Monday night
That
football.
Ooh,
That's Monday night football.
that is going to be nasty.
that's gonna be a good match.
They threw Aaron Rodgers
That
to the
gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice.
wolves.
But I think he's one that could take it. I think he's one that can do it though.
Yep.
And we definitely gonna see.
Is the game in Buffalo?
No, it's in New York.
Oh, woo. I think Aaron gonna play. I think Rodgers gonna play well. Cause if it was in Buffalo, I was like, oh crap. Like first week in the Buffalo atmosphere, I said, I don't know.
What do you think about that Lions Chiefs game though? You said that you got the Lions winning the division.
I have the Lions winning the Kansas City banner night. They're not losing that game.
It is in Kansas City. I forgot to look at that.
Kansas City. It's gonna be a good game though. I think Lions gonna put up a good fight. Probably gonna be like somewhere like 20, 31-21, somewhere like that. But then
You think Dolphins Chargers is a high scoring game or a low scoring game?
it's week 1. It'll probably be low scoring. It's week 1. It's probably gonna be like 23-20. Because that should be like a 34-31 type game. It's gonna be like 23-20.
In like mid-season form, you thinking 34-31 in mid-season? You think it?
Well, mid-season is Tua gonna be playing?
That's the question. Because you were asking. I think somebody was asking, especially who's gonna be the most protected quarterback this year. I think it's gonna be Tua.
Oh no, I said who was the most overprotected star. Basically, like in terms of lack of criticism, that's what I kind of meant.
Okay.
And I said it was Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Even though I have him winning.
Okay. But I think I really, but to that fact, I think like not Tom Brady-esque, not that deliberate, but like I really.
Oh, so
they're going to do it this year because of the things that happened last year.
So you kind of talking like rushing the passer type calls and
who's going to get those calls this year?
I definitely could see it because of the injury history. I could see it. I could see it.
Because the thing is, I don't see, because usually when you start to see stuff like that, you start to see it a little bit and it just progresses on. Like you saw that with Brady, it just progressed on. I don't think those other quarterbacks are going to get the calls that Tua's get. I definitely don't think Justin Herbert's going to get them. I don't think that Joe Burrow's going to get. Joe Burrow might get them, might. And the thing is
I could see it. I could see it.
And the thing is too,
up as a face. So
yeah, they're building them up as a face, but I don't even think that Patrick Mahomes will get those calls just because of his play style.
Yeah, his
The
play,
way
yeah,
that
his
he
play style.
plays, you
He's
can't
still not
call
gonna
those.
get it. Yeah, even though
The
he
only
has
person
gotten
that
those
has a play
calls,
style where you're, yeah, but he doesn't get them consistently like Brady
like
did,
Brady
though.
would get. Yep, I feel you. Yep.
I think Joe would be the next one that does get those calls, and then after that, like I don't even think Josh from the Bills can get
Oh yeah,
those. The only person I feel like
he's
that's going
definitely
to
not
get,
getting it. Like he's probably gonna get
yeah,
officiated like Cam Newton.
yeah, because of how big he is. Like
Yeah.
people really don't know how big Josh Allen is until you see him in person. That boy big.
Yeah.
There's really only
Yeah.
two quarterbacks that I think are going to get protected this year.
Yeah. Josh is 6'5", about 238.
Mm,
Yeah,
He's the size of a linebacker, low key.
yeah.
Low key.
I really. There's only two. The only two quarterbacks I think they're going to get protected. Protected. Actually, I'll give you three, and I don't know for sure. I would say Tua is my one.
Yeah.
I would say Aaron Rodgers is going to be.
Maybe.
And then, honestly, to tell you the truth, just throwing it out there, my three would be Dak.
Dak?
Kind of. I can see it.
Eh, I don't know.
I
For what reason?
I
see
don't know.
it this year. To the simple fact that he's America's quarterback. That's what they're like. I'm playing that role of
They,
America's quarterback.
but
That's the reason why.
but here's they didn't protect Tony Romo though. They didn't protect Tony Romo though, and he was a sweetheart. So
I don't know about that.
yeah, I don't think that. I think the two that will probably be protected is Tua, but I think they really wanna preserve his health, really for sure. And then
Oh,
two,
Because he is so
Joe,
young.
yeah,
Because he is so young.
because if he gets another concussion, it it's done. Like his career might be
But
over.
but
Like
can you
he
really
suffered
say
four
that
in
though?
1 year. He suffered four in 1 year.
Though, because literally Damar Hamlin, yeah, but Damar Hamlin died on the
But he
field,
died on the
and he's
field.
coming back to play this year.
That is true.
This man literally passed away on the
Dang, I'm actually gonna
field
think about.
and is alive and is playing the whole year.
I'm actually gonna think. I'm gonna think on how the crowd reacts once they see Damar Hamlin sub on the field.
That's gonna be like a little wholesome moment for sure.
Yeah,
It's
that
definitely gonna be a wholesome moment.
yeah. Like he's
To be
like
that, bro.
as soon as he takes his first snap, he wins comeback player of the year. As soon as he takes his
Yeah.
first snap.
Yeah, there's no way you don't give him that. I don't care if it's some random. I don't care if takes the Bucks to the damn Super Bowl and throws for over 10,000 yards this
Yeah,
year. I don't give a
there's
damn.
no
He
way
will
they're gonna
still
give
not
it
be
to him.
comeback player of the year.
I
And
mean,
if that happens to where Damar doesn't make it, I'm boycotting for a week,
but
not for the whole
there's no way.
season. I'm boycotting for a week.
Honestly,
I won't watch the game for a week.
yeah, like honestly, I don't believe the players would even allow that to happen. Like if they were to make their vote, they're all voting Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, there's no way this man and then for anybody that argues that, I'm sorry, you need your ass whooped.
Yeah.
He definitely deserves it.
You definitely deserve that, man.
Yeah.
Like you defeated something that no one else can do. You literally were gone, and by the grace of God, those trainers and those doctors brought you back to life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The comeback player
And you're
comeback player of the year is
and
his.
you're just yeah, and you're just living. Now you're living and coming back and playing again. The same sport that killed you.
Yeah, that's
Like,
I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of badass.
Yeah,
Kind of
that
badass.
moment
Kind of
right there.
badass.
Like that's the line right there. You came back from the sport that killed you.
Right there. That's all you have to say. I came back from a sport that nearly killed me permanently. It did kill me.
Yep.
That's all I have to say. I don't need no speech. I don't need nothing. If I come up there, all I have to say is I literally came back less than a year later from a sport.
Right. He came back
Sorry, I have to say.
5 months after that happened. He actively participating in off-season workouts.
Which makes me feel like whatever the injury was, I think it was really a freak accident.
Yeah, that's what they. It
That's
wasn't
what
like
it
a
really was.
condition or anything.
Because they didn't say he had a condition or anything. It was just like a freak accident. Yeah.
It's literally
Like
just like
too
a
many.
once in a yeah.
Like they're like I think people were saying like it's a what happened to him for him having heart failure right at that point in time after that hit was a like a 1 in a million thing that could pop like it, you could never like draw that up ever
Yeah.
again. Like it would never everything would have to happen at the same exact time for that to happen again.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It is pretty wild. Pretty wild. Man, but definitely got that for sure.
Yeah.
Y'all got some predictions with the AFC North? Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
As much as I don't want to say, I mean, I do agree. I think Burrow's take over. But obviously, you can't count out Mahomes. But honestly, I really with this new contract, I really want to see the Ravens do well, and I think they have the pieces to make it work.
Yeah,
I think they finally have the pieces to make it work.
Yeah, I have the Ravens winning 11 games this year. It's a very good team.
They're definitely going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
We just got to make sure that OBJ stays healthy. Zay Flowers necessarily gets the root too.
Lamar also has to stay healthy as well.
But I think with this contract, he's going to be a lot more because you can already see it. Like he's running around, sliding and stuff like that. I think with this money now, there's no like the way that he was such a stickler for getting the money that he necessarily wanted and deserved.
Yeah.
I think he's smart enough to understand. Like, all right, I need to be more safe now. I watched his rookie highlights like this morning. This lowering his shoulder.
Yeah.
Like not playing no games, lowering his shoulder, not go. Yeah. But now he's making what? What's his contract? 260.
260. Yeah. 260.
Yeah, his mark. He's got to play smarter now, and he's passing the ball a lot better. A lot better. You have more receivers. As much as people thought that Bateman wasn't and Duvernay is bad, they're not bad pieces. It's just the fact that they're not stars. They're great guys.
Bateman is not bad at all.
No, he was supposed to have a breakout season, but he got injured.
Yep.
It was a breakout season though.
Yep.
But with you having a reliable, I wouldn't say reliable, but you having a good vet in OBJ.
Yeah.
Like think about like their skill right now. Think of a vet in OBJ that's going to be an OBJ. You got a young rookie who's fast and quick and Flowers.
Explosive
you got Duvernay who's going to be like your scat guys, explosive as hell. You got Bateman who can be a red zone target who is I think he's like 6'4", something like that, and lanky. So he has like even him being 6'4", 6'5", and then he has long arms too, so he can go up and get it. Not to mention you have Mark Andrews, who still I feel like is still in his prime, and a good route runner. Then, not to mention people talking about the other tight end, Likely.
Oh yeah, Isaiah Likely. Yep.
Likely's good too.
Mm-hmm.
He's solid.
And he might split out to play more receiver than he would tight end because obviously you don't want to necessarily because that's what all these tight ends are getting moved to receivers.
Yeah, but also the Ravens.
We'll see.
The Ravens also do like playing a lot of dual tight end, so he's definitely going to get a lot of play time.
Yeah. And then their backfield is still going to be nasty with J.K. Just
right.
Hopefully he can stay healthy. If he stays healthy, like you said, 11 games. I still feel like it's going to be those three teams right there is going to be all trade-offs. Like all these top teams, like they can go 1-1 against each other. Like I can see the Bengals losing to the Bills, but I can also see the Jets beating the Bills. But then I can also see the Ravens beating the Jets and beating the Bills. Like it just depends on what we.
every team is beatable. Every team is
necessarily
beatable.
things are going down. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we know every team is
There's only like
beatable.
one legit certain for me. Kansas City is going to be dominant. There's only one certain.
Oh yeah.
But this is the thing, though. Like, Kansas City is dominant with not a lot of stars. Let's be real. Their real stars is their quarterback and tight end.
That's all they needed. Isaiah
Like, big.
Pacheco, he productive. The wide receivers, they're productive enough. When you have Mahomes, you're gonna overachieve with them.
Do they still have Scallon?
Have you? Who?
Scallon?
Yep, MBS.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, but he's not a star. Like I say, he's a good piece, but he's not a star to where to the point like
Yeah,
the
they
Super
don't have
Bowls that were
Tyreek.
necessarily
Yeah,
won.
they don't have
They
Tyreek.
yeah,
That's what it is.
and they still won without him because they figured it out. Like that's good. Like that just shows good coaching. That is just good coaching. I don't care what you say, what you do. That is just good coaching.
Andy Reid, he's a mastermind. He's a mastermind.
And then on top of that, their defense isn't like off the charts great either. They just bend don't break.
But they have a dominant defensive tackle who could break up any game.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like they don't have like honestly to tell you the truth, they don't have like a Ravens like where there's stars everywhere or potential stars everywhere. Literally, they have their core guys, and then there's just like pieces that fit, and just coach them well.
Yeah, really, what the Chiefs is, we have these dominant players. We're gonna ride by them. That's what it is, really. And we trust everybody else to follow suit, in which they did last year. And I think more of that's gonna continue.
Yeah. All right. What's next? What we got?
The AFC South is really a one-team division. It's a one-team division. Jacksonville.
Oh yeah. By far, yeah.
Tennessee.
Jaguars.
And Jacksonville will only take yeah. Even though they said that Will Levis and the other quarterback have been going at it, but it's to the point like I still don't think they have enough though. They don't have no receivers, bro. They don't have what they need. Like you can't put everything on Derrick Henry, bro.
Like, he's
Derrick Henry
older.
about to be almost what 29.
I think
So he can't do 30 carries a game like he used to.
Yeah, you can't.
There's no way that's gonna drop. But he's dropping at least down to like they're taking at least 6 or 7 carries out of his hand. There's no way you're doing 26, 27 carries a game. You just can't. Your body's not going to take it. I don't care how big you is.
Right. So
they just need. I mean, but it's just like you just can't just stick to just. They only care about. Like I'm always going to go get a defense guy, but it's like, yeah, defense wins championships, quote unquote. But you got to at least put the ball in the end zone once or twice for your defense to win you a championship.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So my AFC South, I have the Jaguars winning 11 games in the division, and it's just downward from there. Titans 7-10, Texans 6-11, Colts 5-12. That's what I got.
I think Colts are going to be a little bit better than what people.
I don't know.
I'm not. You said 5-12. I'll give them probably 3 more games. I think they can win 8 games.
Mm-hmm. Who did the Colts draft again?
Anthony Richardson.
He's either going to be one of the best prospects of all time or one of the worst.
And you said that before even school was out.
Yep.
You even said that before he got drafted. Like he'll be the best ever or he'll be the worst ever.
I don't think there can be any
which necessarily one it's going to be. But what helps him out, it's either on this side or this side. It can't be no in between. It just can't.
because that's a high risk. Like, you see why you would take the risk, and then you see a lot why you're saying, why in the hell are you doing this? That's what it is, really.
Just yeah, that's really what it is. Because if you think about it, like you had Matt Ryan,
Yep.
you're going to be 5-12 with Matt Ryan regardless. Probably even worse. So it's like even if I draft him, yeah. So even if I draft him and he's bad, it can't get no worse than us being Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan can barely throw for 100 yards a game.
Right.
Right.
So,
And you're wasting your talent with him. So you have to go get a rookie because you're wasting your years and the other and then Pittman, and then you got I think you got Jonathan Taylor too.
I would say this: if Jonathan Taylor could go back to what he was in 2020, then you could possibly win 8 games. But
And that's what I'm banking on.
But what bothers me, that offensive line regressed, though. It regressed, and I don't know. So.
And that's what scares. You're right. Their offensive line did regress badly, and it's just like I just really hope they have the offense to make it help. Because honestly, I mean, with that line, it's just like he's not. I don't know because they were running a gap scheme last year where it was a gap in there go. It was no zone read or anything like that. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of running back he's going to be, either a zone running back or a gap scheme running back. We don't know yet.
Those types of seeds make
now let's switch to probably the division that everyone is like anticipating this year, which is the AFC East. That's the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and the Jets.
Yes, we did see Goldman, and we did see Solo doing that championship champions.
We're definitely for sure win more games than last year.
Yep.
I still think the Bills are probably going to win the division.
Same.
Probably.
I actually have the Bills winning 13 games again.
Yeah.
And I have the Jets winning 12, though.
I have it just winning 11.
Either 12 or 11. That's why I have either 11 or 12. That's what they should be.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the AFC East? It's Bills, Baltimore. Am I right?
You say what?
The AFC East teams, Bills. That's Bills.
Yeah, Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots.
Okay, Bills, Jets, stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Get the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins could win 10 games.
How many games do you think the Jets can win?
11 or 12.
And that's just because it's for Aaron Rodgers, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that they can still win 11 or 12 games without a running game, without Brees Hall, if he doesn't come back like he was last year?
I think
But here's the problem. The Jets lost so many close games with terrible quarterback play. Aaron Rodgers easily can fix that. That's what it is, really. That's why I believe they could win 12 games.
It's possible they have a filled out team for the most part.
don't they still got James Robinson?
No, they cut him actually. I believe so. Yeah. So, I mean, they got Alan Lazard, even though I'm not gonna miss him as a Packer, but.
And our defense is amazing.
Yep, that's basically what it is. They're gonna have a top 5 defense this year too.
I want to say Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner, They definitely got the pieces.
Mm-hmm. It's stacked all around the board. They did lose their starting safety due to a torn ACL, but then
Mm.
they actually made up for it because they actually signed like a safety about a few days before he tore his ACL. No, they signed Adrian Amos when I forgot who Chuck Clark tore his ACL. So
Mm. Yeah,
they saved themselves before it was too late.
Jets are looking scary though,
Yeah.
especially with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
Garrett Wilson, he might turn into a. I got him turn into a top. Well, would you put him top 10 wide receiver?
Not yet. He could become that this year though, if he has enough. If he has a good year.
But yeah, he's definitely gonna have his breakout season.
Oh, we got breaking news again, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Talk to me.
Austin Reeves has
Uh-oh.
signed the 4-year max contract with the Lakers.
Oh, wow.
Let's
Okay.
They have
go.
That's
kept the
good.
entire team.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
All right, LA.
And
Show me something.
they,
Show me
you
something.
mean to tell me they were really able to keep the entire
They
team
kept the
and
entire
add some
team and
pieces?
add more. Rob Palinka,
That like
great offseason.
That's a good offseason. And
that
it's
is
only the second day. They're not done, probably.
They're probably
Or they
not.
might be actually.
Well, they might actually be done now because all the things that they were prioritizing, they've now got in order. So
Yeah. Now they just go for the big stuff they want instead of the needs. They go for the stuff they want instead of the needs, I guess.
honestly, their roster is probably set already.
Yeah.
So they're in luck.
it's crazy out here. So what's the contract? Did they give
Oh,
numbers?
4-year, 56 million.
Mm. Crazy. Okay.
Yep.
Crazy to think he was undrafted.
So that is 14 million a year.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, money
Yep. Money in the Bank just started. I have it
just
right on the
started.
TV. Yep.
I gotta watch it. I'm gonna throw it on.
I got it right on Peacock, right here on my Chromebook.
Me and myself gonna watch it.
Yep.
Oh,
And now,
you
back to the AFC East.
said my son finna watch this. It's cat.
Back to the AFC East. So
Yep.
I said I had the Bills winning 13 games and they're going to win the division. Jets will win 12. Dolphins are going to win 10. And the Patriots are going to win 6. But they might improve a game or two if they get DeAndre Hopkins.
What happened to the talks of D Hop going to the Ravens?
They don't have.
I don't think they got the cap space for it anymore. And
Hmm.
now
They don't have the
and
cap space for.
also them getting OBJ. I don't think they
Yeah.
really care for it much now. So
Yeah. But me as a coach, I would probably go get him. For a fact, but I don't know if he's gonna take a pay cut. I don't know if he's gonna take a pay cut because that would be a nice insurance policy just in case, quote unquote, OBJ gets hurt.
yeah,
I mean, we love OBJ, but your ACLs don't like us, so it's like I don't know what to do.
yep. Also, we're actually now thinking of DeAndre Hopkins. Where do y'all think Dalvin Cook will go?
Hmm.
Is he? is question is, do you guys think that
Repeat that. Repeat that.
I said, do you guys think he's washed? Do you think Dalvin Cook is washed? Do you think he's out of his
I
prime?
don't want to say that.
I think he's regressed a ton, but I don't know.
He's
Would I say he's
washed. Washed isn't the word. Yeah.
Okay, think about the running backs right now. Think about the running backs and who he's better than, that he can come in and take their spot. Honestly, to tell you the truth, this is a hot take, and I don't know if you guys where he could go and actually flourish.
Where would that be?
The Chargers. Because he's great, because he has great hands out of the backfield, and that's exactly what.
Austin Eckler is overrated.
Eckler was just catching passes out the backfield. But the thing is,
yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, he's overrated. But at the end of the day, Dalvin gives you somebody who can run between the tackles, and he has good hands out the backfield.
Well, they didn't really run as officially as usual with Minnesota last year.
Yeah, last year, but before, I mean, he's decent, right?
Yeah, he's decent.
He's decent, yeah, but
I don't know anybody else that really is running back. That's the reason why I'm saying it.
Yeah,
Hey, leave it. Come here.
I ain't gonna lie, this money in the bank taking too long to load for me right now. It's pissing me off.
Oh man, don't worry. I'm already in the interests right now. Damian Priest out here coming in.
Oh, it's the ladder match right now?
Yep, they're gonna kick.
Yeah, they doing.
The men's ladder.
They got it, bro.
Man, I gotta watch
it. This is a 3 hour. Bro, this is a 3 thing. This is a whole 3 hour thing, and the fact that it's not late night, so I ain't got to be tired. I can watch this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with the AFC West to close out the AFC segment, I got the Chiefs winning 15 games this year.
15?
15.
Ooh.
Schedule is, believe it or not, it's pretty generous for the champs. It's pretty generous.
You get that, don't you? But at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes deserves that. He's proven himself. Even when he had tough schedules, he still came out on top. So, give it to him.
And the Chiefs, they're not really teams that like. They're not teams that who normally don't.
They're going to the pool.
They're supposed to win.
Yeah,
basically.
They're going to the pool.
I think Kansas City is going to be fine, and they're going to have another year. They're going to have another big year. 15 wins. I'm calling it. 15 wins.
Where do you have the Chargers?
I got the Chargers
because I know he's a Mahomes fan. Question for Kay. Do you feel that Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce will ever break up?
No. No. The only way to break up is when Kelce retires. That's the only way. That's the only way.
Do you feel like Kelce deserves so much more money, though? I think he deserves so much more money.
He does, but Kelce says he doesn't. Like he doesn't care much because he's winning championships.
But at but that money, he deserves so. He should be one of the highest paid tight ends.
He should be the highest paid tight end in the sport. He should be getting paid some of what these receivers are making. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, he's getting more yards than most of his receivers. His yards is better.
More catches, more yards. Way better red zone threats than a lot of these.
More touchdowns. So we will definitely see.
Yeah. I got the Chargers winning 11 games. But
the Knicks traded. We topping.
they're
to
gonna
the
be a
Pacers.
they're gonna be a first round exit in the playoffs, and then they're gonna fire Staley. If that don't happen, I might go to LA
Who?
and have a talking to the Chargers.
Who? Oh,
Like I swear to God, if the Chargers don't fire Staley, if they disappoint again, I'm going to go to LA and have a talk.
and you just might become the head coach.
No, I can't be the coach. I ain't got the patience. I ain't got the patience.
Everybody getting fired. You fired.
No, I don't got the patience. Like you saw me at the BSU homecoming, as a coach. I had no patience. I had no patience.
So, what do you think? Do you think Quinn, the the draft from TCU, does that help them, or does that just keep them where they are?
Wait, so what was the name you said again? I missed it.
Quentin Johnson. Do you think that
Oh,
that helps
oh,
them, or
I,
do you
oh, I,
think
I
that
think
that?
that'll definitely help him. I think it definitely helps him. I think he has a
But
lot of
where is he
ceiling.
playing though? Because he's an outside guy.
He's gonna have to play on the outside. Keenan's gonna play in the slot.
And then who? Palmer's the other slot.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams don't play no.
No, Mike Williams and Quinn is gonna be both outside.
Mike Williams playing the slot.
No, I said Mike
Oh,
Williams
okay.
and breaking news again.
We topping.
Yep, Obi Toppin did get traded to Indiana. Also, LaMelo Ball got a 5-year, $260 million
Oh, he got
extension.
traded where?
Serious?
Yeah, so Toppin got traded to the Pacers, and LaMelo Ball got his max contract extension.
That's
I mean, that's something that you had to
well,
do.
he
So,
well he is eating it.
yeah.
Sorry, my dog is just eating bull crap right now.
Oh boy.
Does he have a Kong or something?
Yeah. They traded him for 2 future second round picks.
Yep, they say it was second round picks, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it said the Miami is prepared to offer a package centered around Tyler Hero and possibly Duncan Robinson for Dame.
Yeah, I actually did saw something about that, but I didn't go completely in detail with it. I didn't have a chance to read it.
What did you say again?
Miami is prepared to offer a package centered around Tyler Hero and possibly Duncan Robinson.
I wouldn't think those two guys would be going together.
And I don't know if Portland really wants Hero because of guard depth. So that's why I was confused.
You think Portland? So which one of those are trade bait? One of those are trade bait because there's no way Duncan Robinson. There's
If
no
anything,
what's in there.
they probably could add a third team. That's probably not out of the question. So
We'll see though. But yeah, do we see? I know it's. I don't think NFC was on there. Is there any teams from the NFC that you guys feel like could necessarily make some
we're
to make
not
some headway?
we're not doing an NFC preview just yet. We're gonna do it for our next podcast episode. So
All right, for sure.
yeah,
Is it how many games do you have the Raiders winning?
the Raiders
Yeah.
5.
4.
With Devontae Adams, you only have 4?
Yes. Who's his quarterback?
Can't do it himself, bro. Yeah, he can't do it himself. He can't do it himself, and he won't do it himself. So it really doesn't matter.
His quarterback is mediocre, and his head coach is terrible.
Yeah, I need to get Devontae.
And not to mention, it sounds like Josh Jacobs is sitting out until he gets a contract extension.
Josh Jacobs, yep, he could be sitting out too. So they might get less than 4. You just lost the league leader in rushing.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's wild.
But I don't understand why you don't give him no money because the man is a leading rusher. You gotta get like, bro, y'all when Derrick Henry was the leading rusher, they took no time to give him money.
See,
No time.
the, the it's just GMs are scared to pay running backs. That's what it is.
But you got to because that is a hard position.
But it's
And
looked at as the
and I
easiest
can't even be
position to coach
biased
for.
because and you want to know why that is because the NFL is turning into a passing league. So
Yep.
at some point, Austin Eckler is going to be a top running back because of the matter is like he don't need to run the ball. I just need you to run quick stuff out the backfield, which is crazy to think that, but that's just what it is.
Right.
So I don't know, man, but that's going to be hard to do, though. That's going to be very hard to do. Like some of these running backs are really supposed to be getting paid, but they're not. Like I feel sorry for like the Brees Halls, and I feel sorry for like the Pacheco's and stuff like that because they're
Yeah.
shit just did something crazy, and that was awesome.
I think some. Yeah, I think something just happened. I missed it though.
No, Ricochet jumped in that front fleet like through the
Man,
ladder.
I'm about to go illegally stream this.
Oh,
I'm
yep. I just seen it.
about to legally stream this. I'm waiting for this money to send. I don't care. I'm watching that.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Oh, for the Broncos, I have them winning 8 games.
8?
Yeah, I think Russ.
You have to. I mean, you have to respect Sean Payton.
Yeah, I respect Sean Payton, and I think Russ will improve. But I think the prime years of Russ they're gone.
But Sean Payton's offense is like dink and dunk
Kind of dink and
seams
dunk
down the field.
down the field. Yeah,
So I think that's where.
but
So I think Russell's efficiency will go up.
yeah, for sure. But also, a lot of this also has to do with how good Javonte Williams is going to be coming back.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Javonte Williams.
Okay.
Like, look, if Javonte Williams actually comes out like a monster, they could be making a little noise.
Yeah, he got injured too.
But and so you know who don't get a lot of criticism that needs to on the Broncos. I'm sorry, Jerry Jeudy gets no criticism, and he deserves a lot of it. I
I
don't
would agree
care what
with
you
that.
say. I don't care what anybody say. That's the
Like Jerry Judy's been primed for like a breakout year for the last 2 seasons and has came up short.
and we've been saying that for like the last 2-3 seasons of like he's ready, and then all he fizzles out. And I'm sorry, he's the only Alabama receiver that I know that has not been doing shit.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Think about the receivers that came from Bama. None of them have been doing something. Smith, even Julio, he's past his prime, but he still was doing something.
But
Who else?
Julio was probably
Who's the other receiver?
was the best receiver in his prime.
But then you also have Cooper. You had Cooper too. Cooper's doing something.
Yeah, Mari Cooper. He played well last year.
Bama have been doing something. Or Jerry Jeudy is the only one that I can really think of that hasn't done anything. Obviously, you can't say Mechie because he ain't played yet. But look at it, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, this man was supposed to be the best runner ever, but yet I don't see him scoring no touchdowns. I don't remember the last time he had a 100-yard game or even an 80-yard game.
Right.
I don't remember the last time I saw him do a highlight.
But he's a great route runner, though. That's one thing I could give to him. But he has.
But this is what I'm gonna give him. After this year, after this year, if he doesn't do something, then I already have, like, I'm sorry, he's a bust. I'm gonna give him another year because you have Peyton and you have Russell.
Because you do have now the offensive play caller who can bring the best out of you. If you can't get it done this year, then
Yeah, because that's ridiculous there, man. It's not what it should be. Like, he should be out here cooking people, and he's just not.
yeah,
And man, but you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, look at the quarterbacks that he had. He really didn't have nobody.
yeah. And
He
Russell
had
he was
what?
awful last year.
Yeah, but then before that, who did he have as a quarterback? He had Orlando.
Drew Lock.
Who's the kid from Drew Lock, and then he had someone else. Who's the 6'7" guy that came from Arizona?
6'7" guy who came from
He was like
Arizona.
6'7", 6'8". He was a real big Brock Osweiler or whatever his name is.
I don't think Osweiler was there when Judy got drafted. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was Drew Lock and was Teddy Bridgewater with the Broncos?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was it. Yep. And you honestly want to talk about the BET Awards, or we should save that for next podcast?
Yeah. Save it for.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact of just out of respect for who's running the pop culture and stuff like that. So I get it. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, obviously, if it doesn't work out, then we'll take over next time. But we'll at least give them the benefit of the doubt that summer be working or something like that. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're definitely going to cover it. I know a lot of people want to hear about it, so we will definitely talk about it in the very near future before it gets stale, of course. So, moving on, a little more serious topic. In a world where sports and pop culture kind of intersect here, there are a lot of problems within both of these worlds here. So I was going to ask y'all this question. What is the biggest problem in sports or pop culture right now?
Or some pop culture.
Yep.
I would probably. Hey, that's a good question. Honestly, to tell you the truth, sports and pop culture, it's a main thing. I would say social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, a lot that happens, a lot of stuff that goes off probably would not get put out there if we didn't have social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it's a twofold thing. I think social media and the fact that the games are getting more youthful. So you got 18-year-olds that are in pros now.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. You got Arch Manning, who's 17, who's a junior in high school, that's a freshman in college now. So now it's to the point where you're setting yourself up. I wouldn't necessarily say you're not setting yourself up for demise, but you're putting yourself in a situation to where this can go bad.
Yeah.
Because now you're getting kids that are making $18 million and stuff like that at 18, 19 and stuff like that don't know that. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it, but like some of these people, black kids who are in single family homes who really didn't have anything at that point in time. Now I got it. No one ever told me about like managing my money. No one ever told me about investing. No one ever told me about setting aside. No one ever told me, hey, this is what you should be doing with this. This is how you take care of your money. This is how you have money for longevity of time. This is how you have generational wealth. No one ever taught me that. Right. So when I got something and then you giving me the freedom that I don't I can literally go into a store and get whatever the hell I want. Problem. And that just comes with youthfulness, which is necessarily brings it back to, I don't want to get off subject, but when it comes to school, I feel like me being in the school, I feel like there should be a course where it teaches you how to manage money. What is an
Yeah,
investment?
I agree
What
with
is
that.
putting something in stocks? What is something like beneficial to life? Like there should be a life skills required course. And life skills is talking about like things that you're gonna witness in life after college. So you're not starstruck. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I really think, Dave, you're gonna be a millionaire. Netello, I feel like you're going to be a millionaire. Dave, I feel like for some reason, I think you're going to be a millionaire because I feel like you are going to do something in shoes or in fashion or something like that. I think all three of y'all are going to make a lot of freaking money. And I don't want you guys to go out here and be like, I got all this money. I don't know what to do with it. And just be starstruck. Like, I don't know what to do. Dollar sign struck. And like, I feel like that's the reason why things are going the way that they are because we're just out here just, you can make money by not even leaving the house now.
Mhm.
You can literally stay in your house and make millions of dollars now. I don't have to go out there and work hard. Well, not work hard like in an honest job. You can go home and still work hard doing a podcast, playing video games, doing something of that nature, being an influencer that way. It's still hard work, but it's not your typical hard work of what necessarily I grew up on when you got to go out there, work a 9 to 5, get your hands dirty and stuff like that.
Right.
There's so many avenues of making money now. You don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer to make money. You can make more money than a doctor or a lawyer, not even leaving your own confines of your home. And that's the crazy thing. I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, but I feel like we need to start setting up our youth to where they understand what's going on because what you don't want is that this all happens and then all of a sudden we're just wasting money now. Because that's basically what's happening now. People are wasting money. Let's be real. Little Uzi Vert put a diamond in the middle
Yeah.
for because he has too much money and he's young and he doesn't know what to do with it. Oh, let me do something else to make people like me, to make people want to click me, make clickbait. I'm gonna put a diamond in the middle of my head.
Mm.
Wow.
So that's my idea.
Yeah. So what I was kind of like, it kind of flows with yours, Coach Jay. I was talking about like national media attention. Um, really, whether it's sports or pop culture, we focus. The national media focuses on the wrong stuff a lot of the time. Like let's like say sports. There's no way. There's no way that we should be getting 6 Laker topics when the Nuggets and the Heat are in the finals. Like let's just keep that for a second.
Yeah.
There should never be 7 Laker topics when Denver or Miami's in the finals. You got to put your national media on what the people want to see.
Exactly.
Instead,
Mhm.
they're too stuck up on the fact that the Lakers make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. They draw a lot of revenue. I give it to them, but it's to the point where
And they
people
draw
are
revenue when
famous.
they were losing. That's crazy. They were
Yeah,
drawing revenue even when they sucked.
right. Like I get it. They like the money, but true fanatics don't want to see that. They want to see the actual teams and the players who deserves attention. They don't want to hear you talk about LeBron James all the time. They don't want to hear you talk about Dame
You're right.
leaving all the time. Like national media, it's very national media. It's a problem. And y'all and Dave and Netello, y'all could probably talk about the pop culture topic because I don't really exactly follow it to the level as you two would. So I'll leave that to y'all two. So
Uh, when you started. Oh, you want us to go over the BET stuff, or wait, save that till next time?
We
No,
can say
just
that
like
on the next
what.
podcast. Yeah.
Wait, Coach J, repeat what you say.
No, so basically his question was, what is the problem with what's the
Oh,
problem with
yeah.
Sports and
sports
pop
and what
culture.
else were you saying?
Sports and
Yeah,
pop
sports and
culture.
pop culture.
I think the biggest, or at least what I would think was it would be like cancel culture. The way that we're so quick to call somebody out, and a lot of times they deserve it, but I think there's also instances where it's like that's too much, and it's completely like belittling someone and harming their career.
That is true, and I just to put my 2 cents on it for something like that, like cancel culture has become a real big thing. If I don't like something, I'm just going to cancel it. But it's just like just because you don't like it, and then now and then, but come back. So social media, it's cancel culture. It can be like the way it is because of social media. Because I don't have to physically know who you are to pass this information on. All I have to do is post it, and there's somebody around the world that thinks just like me, and there's somebody around as long as I can get somebody to think like me and understand the things I'm thinking, or at least agree with me in some way, I can get somebody canceled. It's just the fact that I guarantee, like, if social media was not like that, cancel culture wouldn't be the way that it is
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it's not going to reach a lot of people. It's not going to reach a lot of people. And it's only going to reach the circle that you necessarily know of. It's only going to reach your family. It's only going to reach your friends. That's not enough. For you to get cancel culture, you need millions and millions and millions. And that's where social media comes in.
Exactly.
I can be a little person in Idaho that thinks that this should be canceled. And as long as I got a social media or something like that and I post it and it reaches the right person, I can change everything.
Yeah, because eventually somebody's gonna agree with what you say. Like it's only a
Yeah.
matter of time before it's one. It's only all it takes is one person, and then it
Only
goes and
takes one
goes and
person.
goes.
Right.
What do you think, Dave?
I really wanted to go on the sports aspect of athletes not being able to speak their mind on like politics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like how I know this is old, but the LeBron shut up and dribble argument.
Yeah.
That was yeah. So basically, athletes can literally have their opinion on what's going on in the world, and not just athletes, like people who are shown in media itself, like rappers, like celebrities like that. We're not being able to, you know, give your opinion on what's happening in the world.
You know what's crazy about that, Dave, is the fact of the matter is that I can't comment on stuff like that, but the other side can. So I can comment on you as an athlete, but once it comes from an athlete trying to comment on what politicians are doing or what news anchors are doing and stuff like that, then I have to stay in my lane and just shut up.
Exactly.
But you can comment on what I'm doing, but I can't comment on what you're doing. Shut up and dribble. That's how Lauren Ingram said, shut up and dribble. But yet, as soon as somebody comes back at you, it's wrong. But you can tell me what to do, but I can't tell you what to do. That's not fair.
Exactly.
But because of your profession is to report and get news and get clicks and stuff like that, you can do it. But my job, profession, is shooting a basketball or catching a football or throwing a ball of some sort. I have to stay in that lane, but you can't. No, at the end of the day, you strip all this down.
Very simple as that.
They just let
Which I feel like that's
Damian Priest win Money in the Bank.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh wow! They didn't give it to LA Knight. That's crazy.
how could
That's setting up LA Knight for something big though, man. Like the fact like
honestly?
he's an overnight sensation. Like he's really good.
Yeah.
I think
How do you not give it to him though?
I think because there's no
It's too
possible way
early.
they can give it. They're probably gonna put him in a feud. They're gonna turn him face and face Austin Theory at SummerSlam. That has
Mm-hmm.
to be their only thing. He got to get the world
Yeah.
championship now.
I
And
ain't gonna
then
lie.
I forgot to even tell y'all, Lil Uzi Vert just did a
Oh,
sample
he
to
remixed
knock
Oh yeah, Lil
their
Uzi. Yeah,
song.
he
Yep.
remastered. Yeah, he remastered it. I listened to it.
Yep.
That was cold. I like that. I like
But
that.
it's too far. But I was talking to one of my guys who's into wrestling too, and he was talking about because I was just like, obviously, not like Nakamura isn't as famous as what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Song can make him put him back up there with that song because. But like big entrances like that has to be like SummerSlam or WrestleMania.
Yeah,
So it would
he
have to
should.
be SummerSlam where he can make that big entrance with Uzi.
Yeah, that'd be there. That'd be clean,
Yeah, that would be
man.
clean. I mean, they got it.
WWE messed my man Shinsuke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did because he was supposed to win the WWE title
He
in
should have. He should
2018.
have won. He should have won at WrestleMania.
Then
He
he
should have won it
turned
then.
heel for no reason. And
Ruined
nobody
his theme
wanted.
song. Ruined his theme song.
They did it on purpose to try to keep the crowd from
Ruined
singing it.
everything. But now it's to the point like, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Damian Priest, go ahead, go crazy.
But I mean, if it wasn't LA Knight, that would have been
But
the
yeah,
choice I would have went with. So
yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
valid. At least it wasn't
That's
like
it's
That's
gonna
because they've been putting too much like David. That's because David been putting a lot of time into this too.
him.
A lot of time
Him.
because there's been a lot of times where he's been close.
Yeah. And now watch Finn win, and now it's gonna be
oh
Damian
no,
Priest, Money in the Bank,
there's
Finn Balor with it.
there's
Yes, yes,
no
yes.
there's no way Seth is gonna drop the title after what, a month.
He's
I
too
know,
big.
but
He's too big.
he's too big. But like I don't know. I mean, there's kind of setting it up for him to lose already. Like he went against Braun Breaker in NXT. That's one.
I
So
mean
I think
that's
they're trying to
true.
play to this angle that he's tired.
He's not 100% healthy. I mean, it would make sense on an like
No,
a
I think the
realism
reason why they're
stance.
doing it, yeah,
But I think probably a reason why they're doing it is they're making that like the workhorse type championship.
hmm
So
I think realistically, what's gonna happen is that Seth is gonna win this, and then it's gonna be a rematch at SummerSlam. Is gonna be the Demon Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins again.
yeah,
I think they're setting it up for Roman versus, Seth. I think they're setting
Mm-hmm.
that up. It's just the fact that they have to show the difference between the fact that Seth is your true title because they're even throwing little like jibs and jabs at the fact that Roman is not a full time.
oh trust me,
Mm-hmm.
the Seth versus Roman match it's set to happen again.
Jay Uso needs to beat Roman for the title. It has to be Jay. It has to be Jay Uso. It has to be. It has to
As
be.
great as Jay
I
has
don't think
been,
they'll give him that, but
I
yeah,
just don't know if he can be that. Because all I see of Jay, if he's a world champion, he's a transitional champion to me.
And that's fine. That's
And
fine. I just want my man to win it.
like give him the
it's
title for a
honestly
few months and then he loses to somebody.
no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Probably
mind
give him
that.
for a month or two, and then he'll drop it to
It's
who
the
knows who.
perfect way. I think it's the perfect way to end the story, though. It's the perfect way. You can't get any
I
better
mean,
than
it is
that's
a
how you end
great.
it.
I mean, it is a great way for him. It's a great way for the Bloodline story to end. But yet again, we're gonna forget about Cody like that.
Yes,
Oh,
he.
No, but Cody can, but with it being two different brands, Cody can win it either if Seth drops it or Roman drops it. There's a
I
lot of
think.
storyline.
come on,
There's a lot of storylines that can. A
I think if Seth's the one to take it
lot of
from him,
storylines that can.
it kind of diminishes the heavyweight championship a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, um, another storyline that could possibly happen is the brothers could go at it. The twist of Jay. It could be that too, where Jimmy or
I would
Jay
love
gets
that.
the title, and now it's to the point where now it's that's a big storyline too.
I
That
would
could
love that.
possibly happen.
Jay and Jimmy they did a interview, and they did say they would a way for Jay for him to end his career. He would like to end his career in a singles match against Jimmy at WrestleMania.
It's perfect.
That would be perfect. But the
It'd be
thing
perfect.
is, too, Kobe, come here. But also, the thing is, too, is that There's some other stuff like Rock, like The Rock. He needs
Yeah.
money
I,
because XFL did not do as good as what they said, and his movies hasn't done as good as what they said either.
well, yeah, but
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm over the Rock. He he's not coming back. If he was coming back, he would have been back this year at WrestleMania. That's
Thing
my
is
opinion.
too is that
Yeah. Wasn't
it's the
Cody? It was Cody and Roman was the backup plan the whole time, right?
Yeah, that was the backup plan because they
Yeah. It was supposed to be Rock.
because they wanted Rock versus Roman. That was their first
Hmm.
choice. So
I mean,
yeah, but the
I mean,
thing,
it's kind of crazy.
yeah,
yeah. I mean, but you got the XFL that went down in shambles. I guess that didn't do as good as what I thought, but I thought it was some really good players that were coming out of there. So I don't understand what happened with that. They said that didn't make as much money as what they thought it
yeah.
was.
They said I
Then
said the
Black.
money. It was a disappointing. It was a disappointing revenue.
Well, the thing is what really put them in what really put them in a situation was the fact that all games were played at one place. It was all in Texas. It was all in one place in Texas. So they would go and they would practice in their state, and then all games would be in Texas. So now you're only going to get the Texas fan base. You're not going to
Right.
get
You're not
the
gonna get
people, the like
from
the New York team flying to Texas to play. Yeah.
right. So
Honestly, your best bet is to probably partner with the NFL. So when they're on their off season, whatever teams is in that area uses the NFL stadiums.
yeah,
That way you
like
still get people coming
yeah.
in.
Plus, I don't get why XFL or the USFL don't partner. There's no possible way you're gonna overtake NFL in popularity. There's like legit no
Never
way.
in a
Yeah. Never.
million
There's
years.
no way you're gonna
Never.
that's gonna happen. So you might
So
as
you
well.
might as well like you can't what you can't beat them.
If you can't beat them, partner
You
with
might as
them.
well because you're going to get talent. You're going to get people. Yeah, something. But then on top of that too, Rock said that he would never go back to the Fast series, and look at where he's at. He's about to do
He's
another
back
movie
there.
with him.
Hmm.
Wow.
Money
So
tight.
if yeah, money's tight, bro. I'm telling you, because
Money
everybody
tight
thought
for
that
Rock.
that Black Adam movie was supposed to be cold,
That
and
was
everybody thought the XFL was supposed to be the next thing coming,
No.
and it was terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was. So it was just like every other superhero movie ever. So it was
yeah,
just so basic. It was just so basic.
James.
I think as much as everybody wanted Rock to be like that, being a superhero character, I don't think he's made for that. I
Me
don't think he
neither.
has the personality. I think he's perfect for Hobbs in the like in the Fast series
Mm-hmm.
because he's big. He does these big scenes, but then he also has like that comic relief as well too, with him going with a big stature.
Right.
In
Hmm.
Black Adam, there wasn't really no chance for him to be comic relief. It was more of everybody bowed to me. And it's just like
Yeah.
that wasn't working out that way. So,
Yeah. The Rock is like he's a charismatic person. You gotta let him
yeah,
talk.
Mm-hmm.
which I don't like. But they're saying like the Rock's last match, it looked good. It wasn't that great versus John Cena. Like there was an
Uh,
interview or something like that. There was an interview saying that it wasn't like the best match.
yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, it wasn't on the level of his first match with John Cena. That's what it was. Cause the first matchup was considered one of the greatest like WrestleMania main events of all time, and and people
Yeah,
compared it to like it was just like a C-level pay-per-view type main event.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
people was
So
thinking that Rock would finish his career like losing a Roman in a great match. So, but I guess not.
Yeah, possible.
So
well, who knows, man? Things can change.
yeah, a lot of things can
Mm.
change within a lot of time. So we will see.
We definitely will.
So who's up? Who's up now?
Right
Uh,
now, it's women's tag.
It's
It's
the women's tag team
Liv
match.
Morgan and Raquel. Yeah.
Mm.
But I think it is time to transition to our final topic, and probably the most fun topic here. What is some of the best or worst current takes that you have heard currently? I want to start off with some of the worst takes I've heard, and it all involves our
Go
Wise
down the
Talk
line because
teammates.
it's been a lot.
It involves our Wise Talk teammates.
Cool.
We're going to start off with the co-lead NBA analyst Elijah Johnson, EJ. Let's not forget that going into the 2022 to 2023 season, he believed that Luka Doncic was the best player in the world.
Hmm?
Yep. Over Giannis,
Well, that's dead.
over Jokic. And that died real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Yeah.
he also said in a podcast episode, by the way, Paul George is top 7 in the world when healthy.
Top 7. Okay.
Tops.
Top 7. Top 7.
I don't know 7.
No, not 7. Not 7. I'd say top 15. Top 15.
Top 15 to 20 is fine. Top 7 is ridiculous.
Yeah, that might be a little crazy.
Yep. Moving on. A more recent take from our newest contributor, Rodney. Jimmy Butler, top 5 player.
No. No.
Top 7.
7?
Yeah, I have him at 7.
I think 7's still a stretch.
Um,
Top 10, yeah. 7.
I think top 15.
Nice. He's nice.
top
I say
10, top 10 to 12, maybe. Moving on, our guy Henry, when we made our preseason NBA predictions, he predicted that the New Orleans Pelicans would make the Western Conference Finals. And also,
damn. I didn't see that coming.
we dedicate this to everyone who believed in the KD Kyrie Nets. You're part of this too. If you believed in them, you're in the worst take conversation. Yep.
I really don't think it can get any worse than those.
It gets a little bad here. Zach, our guy Zach, he predicted that Zion Williamson will win MVP. And you want to know what his finals was? Pelicans versus Cavaliers.
Oh yeah.
Pelicans.
That didn't go well.
Pelicans, they didn't make the playoffs, right?
No, they didn't. I don't think so.
And the Cavaliers were a first round exit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, this is a more recent take. He said Tua Tagovailoa is a top 5 quarterback in the AFC.
No. Not at all.
And it gets a little. We're gonna continue. I got to call myself out now. I'm calling myself out here.
What you say?
Me and Trey.
That's a real analyst right there. So for you to call yourself out, you're a real analyst right there. 100.
Yep. So me and Trey both predicted that the Clippers will make the NBA Finals.
Hell no.
And better yet, Trey predicted that the Clippers would win the NBA Finals.
That's funny.
Yep.
Uh,
Continuing on, again, I'm slandering myself and also Mr. Deneen for kind of convincing me into this. We both predicted that the Chargers would win the Super Bowl last year. And I made the claim that Justin Herbert was going to become the best quarterback in football.
mm, mm, mm.
Yep. And I'm going to slander myself again because in my top 50 NBA player list last year, I had Kawhi Leonard top 3.
When healthy, that's a possibility.
Maybe,
Where is Ty? No, where is Kawhi now? Where is he now? Where is he now?
He is outside of my top 10.
Mm.
Is he outside your top 22?
No, I think he's still top 20.
You think
Wait, I just posted my top 40. Let me look back at it.
please, because it doesn't. I don't think he. I just think off sheer not playing, you can't put him top 10.
I have Kawhi Leonard top 6.
Isn't playing him.
I had Kawhi Leonard at 16.
Oh, see, I can respect that. I cannot put him in top 10. I can't. You can't put him in top 10 if you don't play.
Now, when he's healthy, though, he might be top 5 at least. Because he can damn near do everything.
Maybe, but health has been too much of an issue.
It's his health.
Not healthy, though.
Health.
That's what kills him.
The health is too much of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I have 2 more worst takes.
He's got his 2 rings, though. He'll be all right.
Enrique.
Oh, God.
He made the bold proclamation that Eric
That's how you know
Stokes is better than Jair Alexander.
He's smoking crack.
Eric Stokes better than Jair Alexander.
Jair still has to show me something, though. I don't care what you. Jair has to show me something because you just.
But I don't care.
They have
Eric
one.
Stokes ain't better than him.
I mean, me, so it doesn't matter. But I really think Jair, top 5 quarterbacks.
I mean, he would have to be.
Think of all the quarterbacks.
That's my grandma, y'all. Cornerback.
What up, Grandma?
Jair is top 5. He have to be top 5, right?
I'd say
He's better than Jalen.
Right at 5.
Right now, better than Ramsey.
Better than Slay.
He's better than Ramsey.
He's better.
Yeah.
You're lying to yourself.
He's better than Ramsey. But
He's better than.
Then who?
Who are you putting him at 5, and you're putting Ramsey at 6?
No, Jair would probably be like 4 and Ramsey 5.
So who is before Slade? So who's before Jair then?
I think the best corner right now is Pat Surtain. Number 2.
Okay.
Probably Darius Slade.
Ooh. Thank you.
And 3, I'd probably give to Sauce.
I think Sauce is better than Jair.
I have Sauce over Jair right now too.
I don't see nothing.
So what do you? So you're saying Sertan, Slay.
Sauce, Jair, Ramsey.
Okay.
That's what I
Is there
got.
any other cornerbacks that really?
I mean, I would
Who's
have
the
to.
cornerback?
I mean, I would have to get a
Who's your
list.
six then?
My six? I don't know. I probably have to get a list. I don't know.
There's another cornerback out there that's been. Who's the one corner? Oh, the one from is it Xavier Howard?
Nah, nah. He's regressed. He's regressed.
Yeah,
Trying to
it's
think.
crazy out here, man.
Yeah, it is. You probably thinking of probably Stephon Gilmore?
No, I think he's regressed too.
Okay.
He's not the same as he's not the same as he was in Indy.
Oh. Marshawn Lattimore?
That's hard too. God damn, man.
Yep. But I want to get two off guard
He's
guys.
definitely better than Diggs.
Yeah, he's better than Diggs. I
He's
give him
definitely
that.
better than Diggs.
Yep.
I want to see how Dallas defense is going to be with another corner that can actually play man.
Well, now they got Gilmore, so
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, are they going to keep? Because you see what they were doing. You see what Dallas was doing last year. They were putting Diggs not on the number one, but on whoever was the number one slot receiver. He wasn't really playing a lot of outside last year. He was playing people like in the slot. He was playing the slot receiver or the tight end.
yeah.
I didn't see him really playing outside number one. I think he was manned up on whoever they thought was going to be the biggest threat, and then they would just put zone around him.
That's a fair.
So
That's fair.
this is just it. It's going to be this year is going to be pretty crazy, but as you can see, we're still going to put those takes were probably the worst takes I've ever
Yeah,
heard in my life. For you to say,
but I got one more though.
"Oh,
Uh,
hit us with it."
Bryce B.
Oh God, what did he say?
Him believing in the Cowboys.
The Cowboys will not go anywhere until they have a coach that can coach.
No, until they have an owner who's not your GM.
But that's the thing, though. That'll never happen. So you can only go towards the
They
coaches
ain't
because
going nowhere then. They ain't going nowhere then. They
they
ain't
gonna be
going nowhere
exactly
then.
where they gonna be exactly where they at.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some got to shake over there in Dallas.
Yep.
Something has because it's like they have the peak, and this year they really have no reason to not be winning this year. No reason.
Mm-hmm.
You have the
The team is
defense.
good. You added Brandon Cooks. You added Stephon Gilmore. You had a good draft. You improved.
Yeah, they
And
did
and,
good.
and 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 if you get out the second round of the playoffs, then that's a
Well,
problem.
if that second round is not the NFC Championship game,
Yeah.
because I don't think it's a crime to lose to the Eagles in the NFC
Oh,
Championship
it's
game.
no. But you shouldn't be losing.
But you shouldn't lose to Brock Purdy again.
Yeah,
You shouldn't lose to
and you
Brock
shouldn't.
Purdy. Honestly, you should not lose to the Lions, even though I believe in them. You should not lose in the Lions because this is their first time being back in it since 2015.
Yeah.
And
You
then
know what's
everybody
crazy
else is
though?
weaker.
No, the Bears got better defensive wise,
They're not a playoff threat, though.
but did the Bears beat them last year?
Like, even if they would make the playoffs, you wouldn't exactly fear them. That's what I'm saying.
No. You wouldn't. I feel like you would fear certain people, but you wouldn't fear the whole thing.
Like you'd probably fear Justin Fields' running ability. Like
Yeah.
you probably fear their linebacker core. It's a good linebacker core.
You would have to necessarily respect DJ Moore. You would have to respect Cole Kmet. You have to respect those people.
Exactly. Like you would probably respect him, but you wouldn't fear him. Like
Yeah,
Mahomes fear, you know,
Mm.
something like that.
that's ridiculous.
But yeah,
That's crazy.
that's all my worst takes. But I do got some takes from best. Honestly, there's probably an entire list of bad takes I can have from Ben, but I can't think of any right now. I can't think of any right now. Even though I do have a good take from him, though.
Yeah.
He predicted that Marquette is not a Sweet 16 team, and they did not make the Sweet 16. So
Mm.
there you have it.
Question. Last question before we get out of here. Who, with all these moving pieces for analysts on ESPN, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh,
This is a personal question to you
yeah.
because you're an analyst. So I
So
want to know what you thinking. Who's going to go with Skip? Who has the balls to go with Skip?
honestly, the person who I believe would have the balls, probably Keyshawn Johnson.
It would have to be somebody who's actually played in the league because
Yeah,
anybody that's just
I
another.
think Jesus Christ. I think what it is, I think Skip wants another athlete along with him. Like he doesn't want
Because
another journalist.
he's going to kill him. Skip,
Yeah.
I will say, Skip is cold. Skip is good. Skip is very good. But the thing that if he gets an athlete on it, there's one thing that they will always have over him. I actually
I
played the
played it
game.
over him. Like Skip will have like the inside the front office type stuff, and the athlete has like on the field on the court type stuff.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Honestly, someone said this too. Someone said, even though they don't like each other, Jalen Rose would be kind of nice with Skip.
Jalen Rose would definitely challenge Skip, but
But
but the way that Jalen Rose would challenge him, Skip would probably not like it.
because it will be personal.
Because it can get personal. Because Skip can get personal a lot of times.
But that's the thing, though. Like if Skip, but that's the head of the show. If the head of the show is willing to be personal, that means whoever you're with can be personal too, right? Because you can't be out here taking personal. Because now that he said that about Shannon and what he said, nothing's off the table now. If you can go
Yeah.
that far to defend somebody like that, nothing's off the table. And I guarantee you, Jalen Rose would have the balls to say what he has to say, knowing that Skip ain't gonna do shit. I don't think there's honestly tell you, I think Keyshawn Johnson will have the balls to say something too. There's nobody else that will have the balls. Max Kellerman is fine because he's just going to go back to boxing anyway. So he doesn't need to be there.
Honestly, what I think with Max Kellerman, I think he's gonna go to Showtime and start covering boxing full time.
Which is
I
fine
think that's what
because
he'll do,
that's where he came from,
and that's what he'll
anyways.
come to, and he's very very good at that.
Yeah. But them getting rid of Van Gundy, though, didn't understand that.
That I did not get. Like, there's some times where Van Gundy like frustrated the heck out of me because he's such a boomer in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about,
Yeah.
and plus he's been there forever. And that's the
Who
thing.
else got it?
Like, they got rid of a lot of people who were there forever.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like, they got
And
rid
the
of a lot
fact
of
that
15+ year veterans.
But here's the thing, though, okay? They literally got rid of Jalen, but kept Kendrick Perkins.
That's what I'm saying. But here's
Mm.
what it is. Kendrick Perkins, as bad as an analyst he is, he attracts viewers.
Yeah, by saying dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, as long Stephen A. does the same exact stuff, but you think for 1 second they gonna fire him?
No, ain't nobody gonna fire Stephen
He's
A.
the face of sports media. You'd be a fool to let him go.
Well, he actually the face of ESPN. They're
He's the
saying
face of
that there's.
ESPN. And Perk,
I mean,
as much as he's one of the faces of the NBA coverage of ESPN's NBA coverage. Like, he's one of the premier analysts in terms of that stuff.
but also too, what else is gonna? I feel like all those people that got let go, they can easily go start their own shit with their own podcast or something like
They
that.
can start their
Yeah.
own stuff. Like Max Kellerman, he can start a podcast right now. It'll do well. Keyshawn will do the same stuff. Like a lot of them, even though like Steve Young, he got let go. Like he's not the type of podcast type dude.
But think about it, like those, like, do they really need those guys though? Because when it was like primetime show, like all the games, like before the games, it would be like 12 of them lined up. Do you really
Yeah,
need
but
all 12 of those guys there?
Yeah, cause like the Sunday night NFL countdown on ESPN, it was like eight different rotating analysts. I like they need all, but they made it work though, so I gave them props for that.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff about ESPN that I just like. The NFL coverage, they're probably top tier with it. They're probably better than
Yeah.
anybody.
But do you think most of these guys just get fucking signed by Fox Sports? Some of them will. I don't know who, but some of them will.
Some of them.
A lot of people will.
Even if it's not main roles, but the thing is that they will still get a role. So.
Yeah. Just seeing Drew McIntyre just returned.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah.
Netello, if you don't go find someone's Peacock and just download, damn, boy.
I'm waiting for somebody to text back. That's what I'm doing.
You better be lucky that they can replay some stuff because you're missing out on some stuff right now. Yeah. Don't go on social media.
I would give you a streaming site, but we could get blocked. So I would give you a streaming site. But I got to tell. I'm finna send it to you right now.
Appreciate you. I love that. Yes.
The streaming site is called Peacock. It's not illegal.
Peacock.
It worked. It's Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to Google it because I forgot what it's called. Yeah, here you go, right here. Yep. So like, what you were saying, Coach. Jalen Rose could easily he can get a Fox Sports deal. Keyshawn can get a Fox Sports deal, but I actually think, yeah, I don't know all the people who would get one though. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Well, but we'll see. But like the guys that there's only a few guys that are like notable that are gonna get a job ASAP. Jalen is gonna get a job ASAP, but Jalen already had.
He had a podcast, and then his partner I think left ESPN.
Yeah, so I mean that was probably the writing on the wall and stuff like that. But it's not like people are like, oh my God, why would you let all these people go? But it's just like with the world and how it is today, bro, like they can easily just go start their own podcast and make as much money.
And also, along with that, I think ESPN didn't really want to make these moves, but this was like a Disney order because they said they wanted to get rid of like 200 people for like budget cuts, and they had to let go a lot of tough deals because they saving a lot of money. Then they about to bring on Pat McAfee. Then who knows? What if they do get Shannon Sharp? He might go for more than Pat McAfee, if not a little less.
Yeah, definitely.
Now
so I don't know how
that's the biggest piece. Where Shannon Sharp gonna go? Because they also said report Shannon Sharp could go the Pat McAfee route and do on FanDuel what Pat McAfee doing now.
And people would watch, and people would buy, and people.
And plus, it's gonna get even real because it's an uncensored Shannon Sharp.
Exactly, because he was very censored. Like even like clubs.
But even when he was censored, he was.
But the way that he talks and stuff like that, like the thing is what makes him so great, and he didn't have to change as much as the fact that the way that he speaks, he didn't have to change anything. Like bull jive, we know bull jive mean bull what?
Yeah.
But the thing is that that's the words that he used. So it's not like he had to find other words to replace the words that he really wanted to say. Bull jive was really something that he would say all the time.
Right.
And like all like these puns and acronyms and stuff like that. And all these, my grandma and mama and like my grandma always used to tell me these quotes. These are things that he already had in his bag.
Yeah.
So now you uncensor him. It's gonna be crazy. He gonna be able to make. Yeah, it's gonna be a different story. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That site working?
Somewhat getting there, hanging
Yeah,
away.
it's probably gonna take a long time to reload. You know.
Yeah, no, I care less. I'm not even in the living room watching the radio.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Uh, honestly, I was gonna get to the good takes, but we gonna put that into next podcast episode.
Yeah, we gonna let the
We
bad takes marinate.
yeah, cause we gonna slander them to now. We gonna praise them next time. That's what we gonna do.
Yeah,
That's what we gonna
facts,
do.
facts, facts.
Yeah,
Well, appreciate you having me on, Kate. Appreciate you
absolutely.
getting on, Tello. Can't wait to see it again, and let's do this again. Let's make it bigger and better next
Yep,
time.
absolutely.
Yeah,
We will
yeah.
see you.
All
Peace.
All
right,
right,
see
good
you
stuff. Stay
guys.
tuned.
Love y'all. Peace.
Love.